Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chapter 60.
Whoa!
We have reached the 60th chapter of Brunkhollow. I believe that also marks the 10th episode of Lamont and Val.
Wow.
Technically 11.
11?
Oh, because you was, I guess
Yeah.
that's true, yeah.
Wait, why is
Well,
that?
I missed it.
Because you got to count the 0 episode that 50 was. So
Ah.
there's 1, 2, 3.
11 is still pretty cool, though.
Wait, you're counting
11?
zeros?
The 0?
50.
Oh, as
50
in
is
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't counting episode 0 and then episodes 50 through 60.
We were there while you were making the character.
I was like, you have been here. This is your 11th. I don't know why you're using
We also,
integers.
very appropriately, the Pink Prairie Club is dressed and ready, and I am the black pit of joylessness that is the faded waste, which you're leaving behind.
Wow. Yay.
We would never leave you behind.
We're in the Pink Prairies. We're looking forward to what we might find there, possibly some clues and working our way to clarity. But before we get into that, as always...
Sunday Night Live, twitch.tv/tabletopnotch. You are with us now, and we love you for it. There's other ways to see the Pink Prairies with us. No, there's not?
No, that's-
Yeah, right.
It's your other jokes you were making before the show that I thought were gonna bleed into this one.
It wasn't so
Which
much a
ones?
joke as it was. It wasn't a joke so much as a rude comment.
Yeah. That's,
In any case, you don't have to be here live. Although you like it. You can listen to a podcast version on a Tuesday. You can watch a podcast version on a Friday. Unless you're one of our wonderful members or sponsors or Patreon peoples, you'll get early access to that also on a Tuesday.
I thought for sure you were going to do a rude comment transition. Like, if you want to leave a rude comment, go to our YouTube video.
You should leave any number of types of comments.
Yeah.
But before you do, you should link your Twitch and your Amazon Prime and do a fast, feezy, breezy, pink pony
Breezy, breezy, pink.
Pony
membership. God damn it. Because if you do, or if you gift a sub, or if you have a sub, any other reason, you will join us tonight for Notch and Soda.
Oh.
That's tonight. Yeah.
That's right. That's a Saturday.
Hang out with us.
Speaking of hanging out with us, you can hang out with us between Sundays on all of our social media channels. We're on all of them. We're even on Threads.
Yep. We're on Threads. See, look at Matt's shirt.
Put a 100.
And speaking of Threads, we have lots of merch. Get that
This is
merch.
awesome.
There you can wear it. You can carry your books in
Expertly
it. You can write your notes in it.
Yes,
you
this
can
is
drink your drinks out of it.
But not a full Chipotle.
Not a full.
It's
Chipotle.
really close though.
It's very
This guy
close. Yeah.
is close to one.
It's close.
Yeah, the
to
32
it,
ounce Chipotle cup. It's close.
But it's not.
Not the 24. The 24 fits great.
For our
Just get a
international
24.
listeners and viewers,
A liter of
they
cola.
must really love. Yeah.
Will
Anyway.
it fit a liter of cola?
Anyway, what could be a more American transition than that?
Speaking of America, join discord.gg/tabletopnotch. You can also do that if you're not American, or if you want to talk about D&D stuff, join that.
Oh, Jesus.
We do not have an Americans only stance.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's a great place to share stuff with people who also enjoy D&D, enjoy Tabletop Notch stuff. If you want to talk about lore and theory stuff, we have really cool Shaq Gummies brought by Chris and Avery. So
Just
maybe-
Chris, that was, you get all the,
Yeah.
that was all
Can
Chris.
we really quickly can we put one of these on the camera?
Water?
No.
Shaq's face.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna show up.
It might.
They all
Pretty great.
they all wrinkle in a way that makes them look like the thing.
It's really
bad.
It's quite
pretty bad.
It's
I
quite
like it.
quite a sight.
They are pinkish.
There
Some of them are blue.
Shaq, my boy.
Oh, yeah. Gee, it looks just like him.
Yeah. He's in the room with us now.
Yep.
Great.
The whole reason I brought that up
Away from that.
is because D&D, Discord is a great place to share what you snack on while you watch the episode, or you can share it in the Discord. All right.
Talon.
That's a big tangent for Shaq.
You can at Shaq
Yeah.
on social media.
Yeah.
Pop a Hall of Famer in your mouth at home. along with us.
Tag him on social media and be like, I saw you on Tabletop.
Hey, Shaq, if you want a guest, we'll do it.
Or sponsor.
We'll do it. No, we will. Don't look at Matt. If you want to be a guest,
I
we'll do
love
it, Shaq.
Shaq. I want Shaq. to be
Shaq,
on.
if Shaq is interested, we'll let him be on.
Speaking of Shaquille O'Neal, he played a genie in a movie called Shazam. And our campaign is mostly focused on genies, kind of. And we just
There is one.
dropped
Except
a
for the story.
puzzle that surrounds the idea of genies and magic, and it's on Patreon.
That took 3 minutes.
Hope you're wearing comfortable shoes. Long walk to get to that bunch.
That's what happens when you use Shaquille O'Neal set me up.
Yeah,
So true.
Here's let's take a look at that. This is this month's Patreon. Once again, we're revisiting as part of the Patreon puzzles that we've done throughout both the previous campaign. Oh God, there's Shaq briefly, and the current campaign. So this one is called Ceramic Mechanics, and TC will recognize this as the puzzle from the cemetery when he was first.
Expertly done.
Yeah, expertly done. Some suggestions of how to run the puzzle, and then some ways that were not run on the show, but ways that you might be able to. Kazam, yes.
Yeah, Shazam is the music app.
Yes.
Kazam is I am Kazam.
And isn't Shazam
Thank
also Zachary Levi?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's also Shazam.
That's Shazam.
We
Fate of the Gods.
will not.
I thought
It's
maybe
too
there was a
many.
genie
I
in
w-
Shazam. I'd never seen it. Like, yeah, let's go.
No, my bad. Thank you.
So, if you'd like to add little puzzles and things into your campaign, this one is very easily adaptable with lore from your campaign. You know, we obviously use prayers that are involved in Brunkhollow, but if you have your own lore that you want to make sure that your players remember, incorporate it into a puzzle. Speaking of lore that people remember, hit us with the prayer.
Oh
my God.
In dark there's light, call out, they'll guide you. In fear there's love, worship to remind you. The gods are near, whisper, they'll hear your praises and reward you. Prove them your faith, the gods will show the way.
Wow. Well done, Avery. Well done.
That was impressive.
She does that every night before bed.
Beautiful.
It's a little concerning.
Just a little.
But thank you so much to all our existing patrons, and feel free to check it out. You get the whole backlog of all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that was mine.
Yeah.
And then I believe we already mentioned it, but please stick around if you have a sub or been gifted a sub. Stick around for Notch and Soda. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna chat. We are not doing Pyramid for this Notch and Soda. We've got we sort of shortchanged some of the questions in the past couple months because the games sometimes ran a little long. So
But about Pyramid.
it won't be the last time we do it, but this one we'll have some time to breathe and talk about what's happened thus far in the campaign, and we'll chat. We'll answer questions. Hang around, please do.
Because what was this user's name from last week? A lot of people got gifted subs, so.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ignornon. Again, thank
Oh,
you,
my
Ignornon, for
goodness.
doing 50 gifted subs last week. That was insane. If
one
you
of
were
the
one of those
50.
lucky 50 folks,
around.
you can stick around and watch
Please
the
do.
show. Nice. Thanks.
All right. Any other last thoughts before we get down
Yeah.
to business? Please.
I
Yeah.
actually do have something. If I feel like Shaquille O'Neal would be a really great addition to a Ya Gold's campaign. So I'm serious. Like, if you guys want to tweet at Shaq constantly,
I'm sorry.
we're
Have
gonna
you
do it. No, we're
seen
gonna,
how big he is?
Yeah, as a non
You have to build a table.
Which two of you are giving up your seat? So
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll
and
do
who's
it.
gonna show up for the week before
I'll do
to
it.
change the somehow where this table is
I'll
and
do
the
it.
cameras are?
I'll do it.
To fit a Shaq-sized man.
I'm here to help. I'm not a producer on the show, and I'm starting this campaign. So everybody tweet at Shaq. He's gonna come to this Brooklyn basement. I guarantee it.
All right. I want to see that.
Now I've got an idea in my head. I can't be stopped.
They're really
They're
good.
really
actually
cute.
they're
very
surprisingly
good.
Oh, Shaq really popped off with that one.
Hashtag Shaq up with TTN.
Yes.
Probably the most successful thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
All right. Savory Fruit, resubscribe. Love Us Guy, resubscribe. Deirdre Manning, resubscribe. Finny Can, resubscribe. Nice Week Ross, 60 bits. Armor Crocodile, 2 community subs. Tony Toots, resubscribe for 71 months.
Oh wow.
Don't talk about it.
Golden Dagger, 510 bits. Lilbrass Guy, 5 community subs. Told by a Smallbird, 10 bits. Snappy Cobra, resubscribed. Exponent Pie, resubscribed. You Can't Sit With Us, 60 bits. Dubaka, 300 bits. Dubaka, another 60 bits. Master Dark, resubscribed. Reese, resubscribed. Dorotka, 100 bits. And Lilbrass Guy
60s for 60.
with 30 bits.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Half of 60.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
All right, it is time for us to leave the nastiness of the Faded Wastes and get into it. So, we're going to do the recap, and then we'll do the intro, and then we will dive in to chapter 60 of Brunkhollow. Yay. Take it away.
Gamer mode.
Oh! Previously, on chapter 59, Problem Tree Philosophy. The tree that we'd seen from afar was content to go its own separate way, but when it was ambushed by a pack of not-so-itsy-bitsy driders, it came crashing down to the forest floor, and we had no choice but to hang onto the branches for dear life. Caught in the middle of a conflict that wasn't of our own making, we sided with the spider folk mostly out of self-preservation, but also because they seemed to have some affiliation with the demi-hag. And when the massive beast was brought down, they saw fit to point us in the right direction for the last leg through the Faded Wastes. After an unsettling encounter with two shapeshifters that couldn't control their transformations, we were given conflicting directions through an area known as the Northern Fringe, where a terrifying bodak was lurking in the fog. Thankfully, some quick thinking kept our companions on their feet, and it was just in time, because over the next hill we finally got to breathe fresh air and lay our eyes upon the unmatched beauty of the Pink Prairies. What is the demi-hag planning to do with all that magical bark? And how embarrassing would it be if Lamont doesn't take a rest and then can't get big in front of Bellamy? Stick around and find out on chapter 60 of Brunkhollow. Roman? Is that you? On the one hand, it's a shame that the existing routes linking Brunkhollow to here are so treacherous. Because more people should get to experience this. The pristine fields, majestic mountainous horizons, and the grasses rustling as little voles and jackrabbits scamper through them. A pair of small lakes dot the southwest and northeastern corners of the prairie. Their surface reflections so clear that it looks like little pieces of the sky fell down and nestled themselves in the nooks and crannies. On the other hand, what a privilege it is to be part of this exclusive club. The explorers and adventurers who made it out this far and are now rewarded for their persistence with one of the most immaculate and unsullied stretches of fertile land that you have seen since coming through the cusp. There's something about this aura of prestige that only adds to its allure, but it's humbling as well. It feels like the Downwield could have swallowed you up if it wanted to, but instead it offers a little glimpse behind the curtain. Besides its cherry blossom hue, the openness of the terrain is its most notable feature. And not just because of how starkly it contrasts with the stifling insulation of the wastes, but because there's nothing that doesn't belong to nature. There's no groups of bedraggled travelers, no tents, no campsites, and certainly no old forgotten monasteries, or any man-made structures of any kind for that matter. Directly across the prairie to the north and kind of the northwest are hills that quickly become mountains, with the faster rising elevation and taller peaks popping up straight ahead, due north. Looking a little off to the east, the grasslands transition into a light forest, remnants of the outer edges of the rising taiga. In a search to find somewhere to rest that has some semblance of shelter, you'd have to either trek toward the rocky or tree-laden portions of the perimeter. Alternatively, if going unnoticed is not a primary concern, Anywhere by the banks of one of the 2 lakes looks like a very pleasant spot to drop off your knapsacks, and then perhaps wash from your body the grime, the sweat, and the blood that you've accumulated thus far in your journey. You'd estimate you have about 45 minutes to an hour before the sun disappears and the skies go dark. So it's up to you how best to make use of this waning daylight. So as everyone kind of moves forward, you can hear boots moving through the grasses, calf height, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer.
Breathing easier, TC?
Quiet.
What are we thinking about making camp?
Making camp or just heading straight to wherever this monastery is?
No.
All right.
I think you just got vetoed.
I guess I did. I've
Annabel,
Yes.
8 hit points.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
all right.
Does it seem like we can see the full length of the prairie from where we are?
Yeah, I mean, there's slight rolling hills, but the prairie is a big open, and you can see from end to end. Again, sort of gets mountainous to the left and straight ahead, and then a little forested off to the right. That's where it transitions into some of those other biomes, but the prairie itself, it seems like you have a pretty clean view all the way across.
You could either go someplace that is maybe head straight towards the mountains where we're planning on heading to try to find clarity, camp there with our back to something, or we could camp by one of these lakes with our back to that. I can set up a perimeter and...
I do worry that the sereneness of the daylight might become something else come nightfall. So yes, perhaps the edge of the hills, somewhere we can tuck ourselves rather than...
And you're hoping to approach the monastery in the morning then? Is that what I'm gathering?
Maybe at dawn. I don't think we shouldn't try to find it in the dark. More predators will come out. We don't know what we're fucking looking at. I don't see any monasteries from here, so I think we gotta, do our proper scouting when we're rested. And I need a fucking rest.
Yes, I think the worst thing that could happen to us is we have the sun set while we're halfway up the mountain, and then we're stuck up there with low vision and exhaustion.
I agree with all that. Wherever we're going to have the best security as we're resting and make another decision in the morning.
Although I must say, I could use a bath.
The lakes do look really appetizing. Well, not that I'm gonna eat it, but, for the soul.
For a CL,
Yeah.
it looks a little appetizing.
How far out of the way would going to the lake and then going north?
Not at all. I mean, the prairie is not that big.
Yeah.
It's big because it's a stretch of land, but it's not like
on the East Coast.
Yeah, if you're standing at one of the 2 lakes, you can see the other lake. It's that open.
Yes, I wouldn't mind splashing my face either.
It don't seem like that much of a detour.
Well,
Okay.
I think perhaps... Is there an intersection of the rock face and the forest at any point where we would be close to the mountains while still having tree cover potentially?
Yeah, I mean, if you head off a little bit to the east, the trees start to pop up in greater number because the prairies really don't have much in the way of that. And if you're sort of just inside that forested area, then you'll be... So again, there's the 2 lakes. There's one in the sort of southwest, so that was on your left as you were coming out of the wastes. And then across in the opposite corner to the northeast. So the northeastern one is closer to that light forested area off to the right. So.
Well, if we're wanting some cover from whatever wildlife is around here, say if we head up to the woods by the mountain, lake near enough.
Do you think if the monastery is closer to the mountain that, well, no, there's not much difference. I agree with you. Just thinking out loud.
I think it's very likely the monastery is going to be up the mountain.
Yeah.
If I know anything about monks, they love their heights.
We do love our heights.
Yeah. Okay. Me either.
Let's do it.
Head to that lake then with the trees.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Start to walk across the prairie. Again, feet kind of rustling. through the grasses. Everybody give me perception checks.
Do we add our waste meter to the,
You breathe easy here in the prairies.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh. Natural 5, but that's a 6.
22.
26.
Oh man.
5.
12. Right in the middle there.
As you guys are moving through, you note the abundance, which was hard to tell, as you first sort of came through the fog. You didn't see any larger creatures, deer, elk, anything of that sort. But as you're moving through, lots of little, smaller kind of rodents and rabbits crop their heads up. Sort of as you move through and your boots move through the grass, you can see them kind of scamper away to sort of get out of the way. A couple times you see what look like prairie rats, which are sort of larger rat-type rodents. Again, not disease carriers or anything, just another sort of smaller creature that you see in biomes like this sometimes.
They as different from rats are prairie dogs from dogs.
They're larger than like rats, like they're big. They're almost like cat-sized, like they're bigger.
So it's like reverse prairie dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So prairie dogs are smaller than normal dogs, but these prairie rats are bigger than normal rats.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It is, yeah, it's different family species, but all they look fairly similar.
I'm glad we delved into
It turns out the rules are
that. We
completely
really
different.
figured it out.
Yeah.
But was it a pink prairie rat?
Rat.
Damn it. Okay.
Kind of gray. You make that sort of diagonal trek in the direction of that northeastern lake. And as you do so, you also, perhaps by chance, a little bit of luck, but also keeping a keen eye on your surroundings, you notice a couple other things as well. You see some evidence of tamped down grass, which is not terribly surprising. The grasses are high enough here that if a critter were to walk through them, a heavier critter were to stand on the grass, it might leave an indentation or an imprint. But it looks like a group of somethings was moving through the prairie itself. It's the grasses obscure the soil in a way that you can't make out like a defined track or imprint, but it looks like several things moving side by side, also kind of not single file, but 2 or 3 in a row, were moving together across in a generally similar direction to where you are now. You also get the impression, based on the length and width of the imprints and the amount of grass tamped down, that decent-sized group, a dozen or more creatures.
How about any, it's foot traffic, not maybe say foot traffic as well as a dragged large something or other?
You don't get that impression.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, they have nothing. They have nothing on them. It's just stupid people.
You certainly don't see. You feel like you'd be able to distinguish, like if a sled was being pulled, or
Something
if
like that,
or a
yeah.
cart was being wheeled. Like that would make very distinct impressions, and you don't get that.
No sled or cart.
Did we notice these prints? Did they seem to come from the wastes as well?
No. As you pointed them out to each other, you give a look around, and it looks like they were coming from a little more of an eastern direction than you came out of. It looks like they might have come through the Tacky Flats.
So they're cowards.
And-
Babies.
and
They're
into
not
the
afraid of
prairies.
quicksand.
Yeah.
And we're pretty sure that they're human?
That's hard to tell. It's a group of something.
Okay.
Like it doesn't seem like one creature. It seems like a group of something. But again, because the tamped down grass doesn't leave a distinct shape of a track,
There's no
it's
boots.
very different. Yeah, it's not a hoof that you can tell.
Okay.
So you notice that as you're moving toward the lake. You get closer to it, and you start to see the waters, and it looks so appealing that you start to pick up your pace a little involuntarily. Everyone kind of... And as you get a little closer to the bank of the lake there, the grasses kind of move all the way up, and some cattails start to crop up right along the edges of the bank of the lake. And you see a little more of that tamped down grass, and even as you get all the way up to it, as the grasses transition into kind of a muddy, embankment into the water, you see what do look like deeper, kind of rounded imprints, perhaps a boot print. And you see a few of those along the shoreline, but less than the imprints in the grass. Significantly less. Like maybe only, if there was a group of things traveling, maybe only 1 or 2 of them bothered to go over to the water, as opposed to the entire group. And get up to the edge of the water. Reach down.
A couple of them are thirsty.
Yeah.
cool water on your hands.
Splash them on my face.
Just fully dunking head in.
Start washing the grime off my armor a little bit.
Yeah. Even in places where there isn't kind of grime and dirt, like something about the wastes just felt sticky, like it's lingering, and the water sort of helps. Even if it's purely a mental thing, it helps feel like you're kind of rinsing that off, letting it go. So take turns by the edge of the water there. Let your knapsack fall to the side so you can step closer to the water.
Feels fresh as a newborn babe.
After I finish cleaning, are you guys thinking of scouting very much? Because I have these gauntlets, and I haven't spent time with them, so I might hunker down until we make camp. But I didn't want to stay behind if you guys were going to go scout out a bit.
I think we're scouting a place to rest for a longer period of time.
All right.
Probably shouldn't split up for too long.
Yes, I don't know. Well,
No, you're not allowed.
All right.
No.
That's twice you've been voted down. A third, and you'll be
Out of
silenced for good.
Oh, okay.
We've learned this is how you deal with Illien. You just say, no.
Got it. Okay.
Everyone gets one.
We're not gonna have another
Everyone gets one. All right,
waste
keep track.
situation on our hands.
Right. Annabel and I have used all, you three of you.
Still got 3
I still
no's.
got my no.
You've got your no.
the,
You
on-
wouldn't do that.
Good to know.
Oh, okay.
Don't waste it on that.
the only scouting I could think to do would be following these, footprints, seeing where they lead. Can't imagine that would take terribly long, though. I have a suspicion where we'll lose them, but
The mountain.
yes.
Very good.
Good job.
Very good.
Yes. All right. Good.
Do I feel like the hag was with this group? Do I have any sort of like spidey
check.
Oh, jeez.
Sense.
pun intended spidey sense? Only 8.
8, yeah. Not hard to gather that impression from here.
Totally.
All right, is everybody feeling refreshed? Should we press on?
You want to swim for a little longer? I mean, if it's pressing, I guess we only have 30 minutes.
I wouldn't mind taking a real soak, but
Oh, then by all
I could
means.
also just do that after we
Yeah.
make camp.
Do I feel like this is an okay spot to make camp? Like we
The
have
lake
enough-
is pretty open, like maybe 100, 150 feet off to your right is where the trees start to kind of pop up and they get thicker and thicker the further you go that way. So you could be at the tree line and like look over and see the lake. Like it's that close, but right here at the lake, it's pretty open if that matters to you. So
I mean, if you guys want someplace that's a little more covered, I mean, we could camp here, but we'll be pretty exposed. If you want to take a soak, I say let's just do it now, and we'll while it's light, and then we can wander over and try to make camp soon after.
Did you want to go check anything out while we still have light? Is that what you were getting at?
No, sorry, I think I misunderstood. I thought we were camping, like, near the mountain as it rose.
I think that was one of the options.
Oh, so okay. I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
I was thinking just under cover of the trees close to the mountain. So the mountains would just be a short trip.
I see.
I mean, you guys are also not that because you chose the lake to the northeast there. Like a little bit to the north is the mountains, a little bit to the east is the forest. That's kind of where you're at right now at the lake.
Well, then I'm gonna start getting my armor off and over a little swim. If that's
Yeah, if this is the time to do it,
yeah, I'm
then
not gonna sense a fight.
Now is the time to do
Okay.
it.
okay.
Off the armor.
Did you grab my
Yep,
straps on the back
I was
there?
just about to offer.
Yeah,
Can you do it for me too?
yeah.
Thank you.
Each piece, each pauldron, each sort of gauntlet there that you drop, sort of, it just feels like a weight that you let drop. As you do, and you kind of wade out into the water, you can see and sense that some of the creatures here are not used to the presence of humanoids as much. Some of them kind of creep up and then sort of skitter back into the grasses there. Like they're curious. They're sort of one of the prairie rats, as someone had dropped off a backpack, kind of comes up and then someone looks over and it disappears, sort of scared by the sudden movements. But all smaller creatures. Yeah.
Do I see any fish?
Yeah, there are some sort of lake, mostly insects, but a few sort of lake trout.
Yeah. Yeah, so Monty will also just slip off his coat, shirt, those things. And as he wades into the water. Well, and as he does, I think it should be pretty clear his torso is pretty much just covered in scars, puncture wounds. There's one section on his right side that just looks like there just was a hole there that has the skin has come back like a different brighter kind of scabby color. Yeah, and then he just gets some little bottles out of his pants and starts kind of lathering up in the water. Yeah.
All right.
For those sort of swimming next to him, you can smell the sort of scents that are mixing in the water.
Yeah. Is that natural? Will it harm the fish, do you think?
Well, it's all natural.
Oh.
I don't use any chemicals.
No chemicals? Okay. Okay.
No additives or
Don't worry, it's all organic.
It's all organic. Okay. Good.
Various weeds.
The fish start like...
Oh,
The prairie just dies.
no. Untouched by man for hundreds of years.
Wow. Pack a six-pack, throw the rings in there.
Yeah.
Is anybody like staying up on the shore? Is everybody going in?
Annabel is feeling uneasy. She's gonna take
Yeah.
her boots off and wade in, but she is not in her. She's kind of keeping her head on a swivel. She feels like she's feeling nervous.
Val's gonna stay on the shore out of the water, just looking out at the prairie.
I'm gonna wave over to Doc. Are you getting in the water fluid?
Yup.
Yeah. Over here. And I'm gonna go underneath the water. How deep does it go?
If you sort of go to the center, I mean, it gets decently deep, like deeper than head height, not like crazy deep, not like,
Okay.
maybe like 10, 15 feet maximum. It's absolute most.
I'm
Doc,
gonna go back up on the water.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking we find something, see if they saw anything like that was on the borders of the pond. Just see if we can glean anything from.
Oh, you want to talk to some fish?
Yeah, see if they knew anything. If anything was gonna happen.
Let's do it.
I don't know. See how smart they are. All right. I'll dive under.
Okay, first give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
It's more. Can I help?
I thought you were gonna fish to feed us.
I probably will, but I gotta get info first.
First you don't get it, then you grab them and gut them.
Oh,
I'm
advantage.
helping.
Huge, thank you.
I'm just not rolling.
Okay, that's great. Dirty 20.
30-20, great. So there's a few sort of smaller lake trout swimming around. It says, friend of the sea, I'm assuming is what you're using. You can communicate simple ideas to any beast that has a swimming speed. It can understand your words, though you have no special ability to understand it in return. That's the text on it. What would you like to communicate?
So I
It is,
find
oh my
some
god,
fish.
it's straight up speaking.
It's
I
just
find some
speaking
fish. I give the idea of like humans or things walking on the shore that way. Did you see them go this way or that way? Swim which way if you saw them go that way or that way.
It takes a moment because, as you're swimming through, fish get spooked by sort of movement. So what you do is you actually kind of submerge yourself and then you wait for a moment. So the ability you can breathe underwater. You wait for something to sort of get a little bit closer. And as it does, you sort of try to communicate some of those things.
This way? This way.
He's following you.
Went
Oh,
back this way. That wasn't helpful.
Never seen a fish swim before.
He was cooking. I could see he was
he
cooking a
was
little
really
bit.
thinking about something. Something I said.
Oh my god.
Wait, yeah.
Do you want to try?
I can do my best.
You try just conveying, I don't know, what. I just want to get a little bit of info. If someone saw them in the pond or what it was.
Okay, let's just, I guess. I mean, we know what way they went because the grass has, like, a path in it.
That's true, but what if not all of them went, They're like waiting off in the trees.
Oh.
Or
Okay, did some
like-
stay behind?
Yeah, and maybe instead
like
of having
that.
them swim in that direction, ask them to blink once or twice for like yes or no.
Do fish blink?
I think they could if they wanted to. Flap this fin, yes. Flap this fin, no.
Swim in a circle counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise,
for
yes.
Yes.
Clockwise,
and clockwise
no.
for no.
Yes. All right.
Great.
They have clocks.
You communicate that idea, and you get no flapping of fins or circling around. You get a sort of fishy gestures to imply, how would I know that?
All right.
A look of utter fishy confusion.
Okay.
Ellen.
They weren't watching, I guess.
No, I think they were busy, but why don't we just relay something to our companions to make it sound like we weren't just wasting our time talking to Gop in the water?
Okay. What could we just tell them that's not detrimental, that if it comes untrue, it hurts our party? Maybe.
I was thinking just confirming what we already know, not making something up.
Oh, okay,
That's
we'll confirm.
great.
Okay.
Same.
I'm gonna try to catch some fish to cook them.
Why don't you try the water?
You swim towards that one, it's like...
Hey, you. Hey, you.
All right.
For that one.
I'll go swim back
I didn't
up.
like the way you looked at me.
Yeah, that was entirely unhelpful. They need to be cooked.
Oh.
Free surface. Top of the water.
Any treasures?
No. Seems like what we already knew. There's people that were here, and they went that way. Couldn't get much more than that.
You learned that at the bottom of the lake.
From the fish, our fish friends.
Oh,
Fish friend.
naturally.
You're looking at me like I'm weird.
No, I forgot that sea elves can talk to fish.
Nice. I'm gonna go see if I can catch any for dinner. And I'll go swim off, grab my yokel and stand in the shallow parts and see.
Give me a survival check.
I thought that's what he was doing.
I thought so too. Maybe I'll go look for some
19.
rabbit.
19, yeah. I mean, you're able to sort of stand there in the shallower end. Again, you make sure to separate from anyone else who's kind of swimming because the ripples and the disturbance of the water. But you stand there very, very quietly, and a couple times you guys can hear Illien sort of very quickly, and with the end of the while there, you 3 or 4 of the smaller lake trout.
That one didn't answer your questions quite so quickly enough.
No, that one did, and I didn't like the answer.
Wow. Maybe I'll try to supplement with some rabbits or something.
All right.
See if you can get one of those pervert prairie mice that's been watching us bathe.
Yes, I always aim for the perverts.
Give me a survival.
Okay.
Have you seen the rats look at us?
Oh my god.
14.
14. You even, as you walk away a little bit and sort of wade through the grasses with your hand crossbow, you see a couple other things, like a little sort of jackrabbit moving, but you let it go. You're like, I gotta get one of these prairie rats. And you go, you finally see like a little sort of grayish sort of bump rustling, and you watch it part some of the grasses there, little whiskers kind of coming through, and you go to... And the moment your finger touches the sort of trigger of the hand crossbow, these creatures must be very, very quick and have very good senses because you hear like the tick and it perfect. And the bolt sticks into the ground and you're unable to
And don't
snag
come
it.
back.
But he dropped his little camera.
I did. And I try to find some like berries and shit. I'm gonna like put my boots up and
You might have to wander more. The prairie doesn't really have that kind of stuff, but if you want to wander into the forest a little bit,
yeah.
give me a survival check.
I retrieve my single bolt.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, it doesn't take much to. You don't have to go into the sort of deeper end of the woods. There's a few sort of berry bushes and things that it's sort of more bitter fruit, but nutritious enough, like something to supplement the meal. So everybody's sort of contributing a little bit to the hodgepodge here.
Lamont, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What sort of stunts are you doing at the circus that does that? Point to your general torso.
Oh, no. Fabian does all those at the circus. No, this is from before. I used to be in a war band.
Sorry, a what?
A war band.
Could you elucidate on that idea? I don't
Oh,
Play music by day.
you see, you don't really
Fuck shit up by night.
Rock at night.
Yeah, is that like,
What do you need?
is that really metal music, sort of like?
War band.
I guess I assumed it's very common in the Ograms. It's just sort of a traveling army, more or less.
mercenary type.
Yes,
For hire.
could be for hire, although sometimes we just fought for, land resources. Sometimes warbands just butt into each other.
Glory?
Glory? Yes. Well, every battle involved glory in some capacity. Yes.
But it wasn't necessarily just to acquire some sort of physical... obtaining something?
No, not always. There was usually a political element to all of it, as there generally is, but culturally, battle was just sort of life. It was more or less interchangeable. It's what you did.
Do people usually retire from the war band business?
No, if you don't die in battle, it's generally, well, it depends. If you get so old that you can't fight anymore, then it's not exactly cowardly if you stop. But...
Is that what happened to you? You ain't that old?
No, I didn't get old until a couple years ago. But, no, my war band is no longer around.
You guys broke up.
In a sense. In a sense, yes. I went out wandering, and they went to the afterlife.
Sorry to hear that.
Condolences.
Illien
I
will walk.
appreciate that.
Illien will walk by with a couple fish. So would you say that if you still had them around, you'd be out skirmishing and fighting still?
Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, no, I wouldn't have stopped unless I was forced to, more or less.
Did you find you enjoyed all of that fighting and everything? Ravaging the countrysides?
No, I hated it, but I didn't want them to get hurt. Didn't want them to die. It was terrifying. Hated it. But I wasn't going to leave them. There was an army, but it was also family.
You did all that to keep them safe.
Yes. It's, well, the whole thing I can do, getting big, all that. When it turned out that I could do that, that was quite a useful tool. So, fast-tracked me to being on the front lines. It was my job to make sure that as many swords, arrows, the like, didn't find their way to my allies as possible.
What happened? How did everybody but you make it out,
Well, so there was a lot of, as I said, family. We were all very close. There was a lot of talking around what sort of life we wanted to lead. At the time, we were the pretty indisputably the greatest warband in the Ograms.
Huh?
However, even if you win, that doesn't mean that you're not taking casualties, and taking casualties wears on you over time. So there was a growing number of us who thought maybe with the power, the leverage that we had, we could change things a bit. We could move away from just constant battle. Maybe we could return to the way the Ograms were in stories that we were told as children, that we could be peaceful, more coexistent. One person who wasn't a huge fan of that idea happened to be the chieftain. And so, one night, we were suddenly ambushed. He had struck a deal with another warband. he was going to leave us open to them. They would come in, they would get the glory of having defeated Ivikiaxo, and he would get a very cozy position at the top of their band. That's more or less how it happened.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do I sense Val has heard this story before?
Give me an insight check.
11.
Yeah, parts of it, but it's hard to tell sort of to the level of detail. Like, you can see her nodding along a couple times. Like, there's definitely pieces of it that she's heard, but hard to tell exactly what that is. The extent to which they've discussed it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for sharing. I hope we didn't pry too much, but...
No, it's no skin off my back. I don't keep it a secret from anybody, really. Especially out here, out at the Ograms. Nobody really knows who any of us are anyways, so... I've made my peace with the way that everything went. It's been... I think nigh on 30 years at this point. It's...
Wow.
Made your peace, but would you have done anything different?
If I had had foresight, if I had known how things were going to shake out, absolutely. I would have found a way to stop the ambush. But at the time, I was trying to be a moderating voice. I was trying not to stoke division between the chieftain and the rest as much as possible. I wanted us all to make it through together. I wanted.
Did you ever get revenge on him?
Well, so when the whole thing happened, it's the middle of the night, and suddenly you hear screaming, sounds of war, the like. Fight my way through, but of course the first thing I'm thinking is to get to the chieftain's tent and make sure that he doesn't fall. I get in there, I find him, and I find the chieftain of the other warband there. They were going back on the deal.
Mm.
Who would have thought that somebody who was willing to break one of the core tenets of the warband, that somebody who would resort to an ambush in the middle of the night, who would have thought that they wouldn't keep their promises?
Who would have thought?
So... it was just the three of us in there, and at the end of it, I was the only one who walked out.
I wonder if... maybe Doxley, you were possibly asking this, but... despite the violence and treachery that came of it, your goals... would you... if you could go back, would you give up on those goals?
My goals were always to try and preserve the family as much as I could. They were... I wouldn't change anything about that.
But what in preserving your family, every time you're giving up a bit of yourself until you can't stand it anymore?
I think if I abandoned my family, I think it would have given up a larger part of myself than any battle could take.
You see Illien take that in for a second, and he's gonna start grabbing his armor and moving it over toward the tree side, just kind of thinking.
All that is to say, I wandered around for a while. I eventually settled with another one of my friends, Tobias. He had also left the warband life for different reasons. And we formed a circus. And
As you do.
as you do. Well, we had to put these muscles to use for something. And feats of strength and daring seemed as good a profession as any, and nobody was getting hurt outside of ourselves.
And a few sprained ankles, maybe.
A few sprained ankles, but it was a chance to make another family, you know.
Is Tobias still part of the troop?
Oh, yes. He's running things right now.
It's nice that you can still have a family.
Yes. Well, it was a lot of work. Took time to build again, but I think it's been endlessly rewarding. I think he glances over at Val as he says it.
Val, kind of looking at the ground, nodding, but meets his gaze for a moment there and looks back down pretty quickly, but it's gonna get dark soon, guys. We should
Yes. I don't know if my ointment has fully set in, but
Can,
it'll have to do.
Yeah, we can walk.
Yes.
Shirtless if you can.
I'm gonna get a fire started over here.
Oh, I'll help out.
Gather some sort of drier sticks and twigs and things.
Yeah, can I try to find like a spot that I feel like has sort of a little bit of, maybe we can have a back to a big tree or something, like a little hollow. So
Yeah,
a
we
little
can
bit
lump
of-
this in with some of our survival checks. You're able to find a spot that nothing here is going to be like, oh, I'm in a little cave or tunnel, but like a little bit of tree coverage. I mean, if you light a fire, like that could, the like pulsing of the fire could be seen from a distance. You know, that's a risk you have to take, but I would say you can find a little nestled kind of between a few larger trees.
And at the base of the hills, I mean,
Yeah, where the
hills and the mountains.
Yeah, where
are
the
not
light
gonna-
forest kind of meets the mountains.
It's
there.
not
Yeah.
someone up in the mountains is not going to have a great view of us down at the.
Of you, no. I mean, a fire burning at night it can be seen from pretty far away, but you know, people being seen, that would be tough to see, like people walking.
I think we'd light a fire real quick,
Let's keep it small.
keep it small, cook our food. It ain't too cold out tonight.
Dry out tootsies.
Yeah.
All right.
Val, as you go to move your bag to like take it over to where you're planning to sort of set up a little campsite there, you notice that one of those prairie rats again, and then
as it runs, she can't resist it. She's gonna try to chase after it and see if she can keep up with it.
it's remarkably fast. You're able to keep up with it for a little bit,
Yeah.
and it kind of like goes into a second gear.
Yeah.
Like, you're matching it, and then you watch it like, and like disappear to the
And she
ground.
just kind of like stops and like catches her breath and just looks at it in admiration and yeah.
Uncatchable, unhittable. These things are. I hope we're not fighting a war against these things up there.
Perhaps as a way to recruit them.
God, it's gonna be fun.
We would be unstoppable.
As far as getting a full night's rest in, y'all are welcome to start. Illien and I don't need quite as much. We can stay up and take watch.
I was gonna offer to take first watch actually, unless others want to stay up, but I'm happy to do that.
Whatever you prefer.
Well, we may as well just settle on the plan before we start resting. Figure it's safest to do it in pairs.
Yeah.
Pairs of watches?
Probably 2 staying up
2 at a time?
at a time.
I suppose. There's enough of us.
Illien and I can take the last shift then. We'll wake up early.
Sure. That makes
Right.
sense.
Well,
I can take the first shift with you, Val.
Val like kind of looks away a little bit and then sure,
All right.
lovely.
Can Illien, having a moment of like something he actually enjoys, wants to try to take his dagger and be like, try to debone the fishes and
Fillet
get
the
them
fish.
on get them on sticks, so that actually like is a fun like
Yeah.
good dinner for people.
Definitely.
Try to.
You practiced hand at that. You definitely can do that.
Potato was fine. Didn't bring a goddamn potato.
Yeah, you sort of get a couple of forked twigs so you can lay a stick across it and sort of lay them out. Cook them evenly on both sides. It's not like a super filling, like there isn't enough for it to be like, oh, I'm so stuffed full, but it's good. It's good. It tastes good. I mean, it has a nice sort of smoky taste.
I'll give the berries to people. Can I like find maybe like some helpful mushrooms? Not
Sure, yeah. Again, sort of with those
helpful mushrooms.
with those survival checks, with the forging as well, you're able to find some of those.
Elfos can do a
So
lot of
yeah,
lifting.
we got a little fish, a little bit of roughage for us.
It's a good dinner.
Not bad.
You got the fire together? Or?
As you sit down now, it feels a little different than when you took a brief rest at that fork in the river right before you kind of made the decision to pass through the Faded Wastes. And it's not that you feel like you've reached like the end of your journey. You know that a visit to Clarity still very much looms large. But it feels like you have a little more room to set the pace of things, and that's a relief to you. Traveling at night or making camp along the Patlonilo Sphere, that felt foolhardy, like too dangerous. Borderline, suicidal. So there was always a pressure to keep pushing forward to get all the way up here to the prairie. And you know that you don't want to dawdle, of course, but there's some modest flexibility in the schedule. And when exactly you decide to call it a night, I mean, you're setting down now, but you have a moment here to sort of eat and think. When in the morning you wish to rise. And if your luck holds and you're able to locate the monastery, you have the flexibility to decide whether to sort of move in quickly, not knowing what might be sort of percolating within, or whether to hold back and sort of scout for a while, see what you can glean from a distance. These are all things that you feel like are up to you and your hand is not being forced. You have a little bit of sort of time and flexibility to decide what you want to do about that. So in that way, this rest feels a little more like you can just take a moment and let the day's events go for a minute. Anything else?
Well, and TC will reach in and take off the locket of life clinging that he's had on here.
I wonder if this wouldn't be best served on someone else's neck for the next day. It's got some magical properties. Help you from... Well, help you from dying if you fall unconscious, really. Just a little extra oomph to keep you stable.
You don't want it?
I don't know if you saw me these last couple fights, but
I didn't actually.
No, we didn't.
That's the... Aye, there it is. Perhaps a frontliner. Someone who...
As I was getting crushed by a tree, I thought to myself, I don't need this.
I mean, I'm gonna hide even better next time. You'll see even less of me, I think.
Lamont, you would be the one taking the lead if we were to find Bellamy now, so...
Yes, but I think I wouldn't be the only one. And I think it would be best served on someone who lacks the...
Constitution you have?
Yes. I've come back enough times to think I don't necessarily need any assistance in that regard.
You look like you know your way around a battle, as well as what you said earlier, so...
Yes.
Maybe we decide in the morning, see how we're all feeling?
Better to spend some time with it overnight so that it actually works in the morning.
I mean, it only takes an hour, so it can be at the tail end of the rest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes.
Or while you're taking watch or something.
Yeah,
you can,
yes, it's all part of, as long as it's part of that.
Well,
He's gonna kind of lay it on a central rock in the
Little rock sort of
campsite
thing,
here
and
and be
then
like,
Little prairie dog runs up, grabs
That fast grab.
it like puts it on.
He'll never kill me.
Invincible prairie rats.
Damn.
While I'm feeling generous, I've seen you wield that yickle with some expertise.
Caught the fish tonight.
I've been holding on to this, as I thought I had some... We probably won't come across my favorite foe with it.
Okay.
So why don't you, and then he's going to take out Barb, like, for Morna, wield that for a while.
Illien will stick his yickle in the dirt and reach over and grab.
She's nice.
Yeah, for Morna. It's quite the honor.
Better in your hands than mine, I think.
Thank you, TC. Thank you. Kind of do some routines with it, just test the balance, and it is a very nice weapon.
I must say, everyone was surprisingly calm about the use of non-lineal magic earlier.
Started to see you do a lot of weird shit.
Oh, you're talking about the lightning storm that happened in the middle of the fight.
Yeah. Doxley said she wanted to talk about it.
I was less concerned about the lightning shooting out of the palm of your hand, and more about you making a deal with Driders in the matter of moments.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to say anything to anybody.
Val, for a girl who knows all her prayers, it must make you nervous.
There are a lot of things about you that make me nervous, Annabel.
I think we can all relate to that.
All right.
She gets under people's skin easy.
I found her charming.
Thanks, Lamont.
You're in trouble then.
Forgive me, Annabelle, but I think, don't you already have a bit of a target on your back, and maybe just one or two more people, like present company, aren't going to put you in any more
No, you
scrutiny than you already
misunderstand
are.
me, TC. I'm just saying I was surprised that you reacted as calmly as you did. It makes me wonder. And I feel that, cat's out of the bag. We are too far steeped in blood. There's gonna be a hag with Bellamy. A demi-hag, I guess. I don't know. They're the things of legends. I don't know the difference between a regular hag and a demi-hag.
And we also don't know whether she is truly an enemy of ours.
Gods, I don't think she's an enemy of mine. That is what the Driders were talking about.
When they were saying you were touched by nightmares and all of that.
What?
Yeah, I heard the Driders say right there that you were touched by nightmares. And then the lightning immersion, I was like, this is too much to think about right now.
Of late, I have been touched by nightmares quite a bit.
The hag gave me a gift. Alright? And that is the reason why we are going to find Bellamy.
That's why you...
That's why we agreed.
You want to, rescue the hag? What is the...
I don't know if she needs rescuing. We rescued her once, but she does not, to me, seem to be the kind of woman who needs rescuing very often.
How do you... So you know that this hag is with Bellamy?
Yep.
A pretty good idea.
Pretty good idea.
And the goal is just to track her down.
We have unfinished business.
Should we be prepared? I suppose what I'm wondering is this unfinished business... Well, she gave you a gift, so I assume that you're not
She
on
and I are
terrible
on
terms.
good terms, I would say.
That's a good side of a hag to be on.
I helped her out of prison. TC did as well. I think that we've all been told stories, right? About
Yes.
who's good and who's evil.
Yes.
And we believe that the gods are the ones that are protecting us. And so far, that isn't what I've fucking seen. I prayed for protection, I never got any. Now, I reached out to the old gods, and the hag came to me. She did save me. She can pull through time and space. I don't want these people to be alarmed when they see her. Perhaps our misunderstanding of legends is just that.
Sure, maybe whatever side the gods are on, I still think hags are... I don't know if that has to do with what I believe in the gods. I don't know if hags are good to be on any side with, to be honest.
Fae are tricky creatures,
Yes.
but so are men. and elves and dwarves and goblins.
And this man, if he is still... The implication was that the hag had some debt to repay, whether to him or around him.
She said there were deals made. Since before she was born, she had business she had to attend to with Bellamy.
Right.
We don't know any details. From what you mentioned, he too got a gift.
Yes, I was just thinking this must be related to the resurrection.
It must be.
We have reason to believe he was and is a man of the gods. Whether there is some other entity at play here, we do not know.
We also think there might be a dozen more with him.
Well, that might explain the tracks that we
Yes.
saw earlier.
And he was preaching something on a river when was talking all sorts of fire and brimstone and anyway.
You heard him preaching?
The hag ripped a hole in the weave and put herself through it, and we got to see what was happening on the other side of it.
Got it, that makes sense.
Oh, I'm so
Does it make
glad.
sense? The concept of portals is not like foreign to people. Like that's a type of magic. You certainly don't see it every day. Like but like that's not like I've never heard of that. What is it like? Portals, magical portals exist. So that's
all right. Well,
I think some of the key phrases, if you don't mind me sharing,
For it?
were
They can't turn around now. It's too late.
it's true that they correct me if I get this cock backwards.
No problem.
As cock sideways.
Yeah.
Agreed?
so far so good.
Yeah, no notes right now. You keep going.
that they are brought back and that they give back.
Yeah.
And they are Hierophant.
Yes.
If any of those things
they
strike a chord.
they are brought back.
That is what he said.
We are, as he addressed the group.
Sure, but it's so multiple brought
Again,
back.
the dozen we saw.
I don't know if the multiples were all resurrected as well. We couldn't really see their faces. We saw their backs. He was preaching.
And the tattered
But he did say,
rags.
we are brought back. Which, sort of gives me the heebie-jeebies, but...
Yes.
And so your goal with the hag is when you find her, it's to
learn what we can. She is old and powerful and knowledgeable.
So it sounds like we all just want to talk, so hopefully we can keep it friendly.
Yes.
Get what we need.
Did that seem true? Just to
Which part
learn
was
what
it?
you can, just to learn what they
Give
can.
me an insight check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I would say with the caveat that, not even maliciously, he's trying to hit key details. He's not spilling their entire story since they've been in Brunkhollow. It does seem true. It seems like certainly his intentions are not violent intentions.
Okay.
That they very much, she knows something or has something that they want, and that's true. That's primarily what they're looking for. They're not there to kill her. That's not the goal.
Well, if Bellamy is wrapped up with the hag, this is a lot for a preacher.
Yeah. And also the Driders said that the wood is for magical armors and weapons,
Oh, gods.
which seems, bad.
Well, we should make it there before the wood, at least. I would think.
Wood is very slow.
What is
But it does sound as though Bellamy is raising an army.
When you shot him in the chest and dumped him in the river, how was he?
Make it sound. I mean, he was attacking.
Yes, well,
See,
that's
I'll
what I'm asking about. Did he put up much of a fight? Was he?
The stakes were poisonous, right?
And
That's
again,
what I heard.
Snakes were frightening, and again, the ravings of a madman, it would seem to the patrons of the bar and myself.
Yes, but in trying to gauge what we're walking into, did he magically conjure these snakes? Did he just bring them in and drop them?
I think his coat was lined, and he had a way of... Maybe he sedated them at first, or...
I didn't hear any talk of magic. That doesn't sound like
So you think we're not...
What I know about magic, I thought I knew something and I don't. But I don't think I don't think he's got magic. I don't think he's a magic user, other than this gift from the hag, if I had to guess. For a man of the cloth, and from what I hear, quite devout, to already have this gift, quote unquote, from a hag, then, what bigger sin could he have?
So you think that the hag gave him a gift, but also that she is in debt to him in some way?
I don't know if she's the one who gave him... She gave me a gift. I don't know if she's the one. Or she said promises were made from before I was born. She's a demi-hag, mind you. Maybe made a deal with her mama or her sisters or something.
But you think that she owes Bellamy something.
She said there were debts to be paid and she had to do that.
And then she joined
And she
him.
said she would come and find me. Or I could come and find her. So that's what I'm doing.
It certainly sounds like there's a lot that we're in the dark about. I think is what I'm really gathering here.
If we'd mentioned there was a hag, I had a feeling you'd have said you weren't coming. So forgive me.
No, I would have come. I would have just started thinking about hag icebreakers earlier.
You're very funny.
We need to talk to Bellamy. This doesn't change that. This doesn't...
And if he is not himself?
Why?
Well, then
What do you need to talk to Bellamy about?
We need him to...
None of us can turn around, whatever you say. Come on now. Now's the time to fess up, I say.
We need to... Just look at Val.
You might as well at this point, Monty.
We've got a kid in the troop who appears to have some magic in him.
Ah.
He's trapped in the town that Bellamy runs. We need him to sign off if we're going to get him out of there.
Bellamy runs a town.
Well, he doesn't run he runs the church, which basically runs the town.
Of course, yeah, that's the way it goes.
There was an incident during one of our shows, and it, set off the alerts, and Bellamy issued a curfew. No one can leave. Without some sort of massive kind of exchange or trade, and we were able to get out, but we can't get the troop out unless we give up the kid, which we're not going to do, so we're trying to negotiate to get the curfew lifted, to get the kid out, to, I don't know what's next, but...
So do you have like an official piece of parchment you need him to sign off on, or do you trying to get him to go back home with you?
Either would be nice if he was willing. We would need an official statement from him. Word of mouth is not enough.
Either a letter with a seal at the very least, but yes, we were hoping we came to Brunkhollow hoping we could get him to just go back, and...
I think he's a little busy.
It certainly seems
appears
that way.
so.
Do you know if he has a seal on his person?
We don't.
We know very little. He just happened to disappear right after the curfew was put in place, and I don't know if it's related. It certainly seems... Well, it's a hell of a coincidence.
Maybe he knew he was... Was he sick before?
We heard he was... Well,
Not when we saw him.
you mentioned he was sick, yes?
Well, yeah, that's what people said, right? If he was sick, and he knew if he died and was resurrected, and the clerics would get him outside of the cusp, maybe he came to Brunkhollow.
Yes,
So
I think
that he
that's
could
the...
resurrect and not immediately be, blowed up.
I think there's definitely something to that.
Sorry, so you're saying that before he came to Brunkhollow, he knew of his affinity to be able to come back from the dead, so he came here to die.
He apparently has...
Would have known he had a gift.
He apparently has known about the resurrection for a long time, from what we have heard.
He came here on a suicide mission to get resurrected where he couldn't be seen by
Yes,
clerics.
because if he Yes.
That kind of magic would happen on the outside. Cleric could show up immediately.
Well, if you're only getting resurrected once, it seems silly to pop it off on purpose.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I mean? Why not just come to Brunkhollow and not die?
Because he thinks it's a place of sin.
But he's in it right now.
Well, it's also...
I mean, now he's got an army of Hierophants, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I mean, I don't know what he's hoping to do with that.
The gentleman that we spoke to, who knew him, had spoken to him about this.
Landry?
Landry. Yes.
Yeah. Guy in the basement.
Yes. Well, he brought up a point that I thought was fairly astute. If you had been told that you had the ability to cheat death, why wouldn't you want to test it? Why wouldn't you want to find out?
I probably would.
Braver than I.
It is getting a little dark, but if all we're trying to do is talk with them, do we leave the fire running to let them know, hey, we're on your doorstep.
I wasn't-
Good friends, here we are.
I wasn't planning on it.
No.
Thank you.
Fire,
Right, there's two.
Two left.
we're putting the fire out.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
That
we
was
ought
it.
to.
I got one no out of the way.
Keep using them up.
Yeah.
They
Coming up
recharge
with
in the morning.
bad ideas.
Bad ideas.
They recharge in the morning. We all get another one tomorrow.
That's true.
Long rest.
Absolutely.
That's fucked up.
Annabel's done.
Sorry, it says right here in my notebook that I keep.
My additional note.
In my folder.
Yeah.
In the folder.
I heard they're going to get more generous with it in 2024, but I didn't check.
Yeah, I'll sort of like tamp down the fire.
Embers start to peter out. Smoke rises into the air.
All right.
Bedtime, or is there anything else to discuss?
I don't know what even there is to discuss. I'm a little out of my depth. I think we'll get answers come tomorrow.
Is the plan just to try to find Hag or Bellamy or both? Is that...
I think it sounds like in both cases, the person that we want to talk to is best approached in a friendly manner rather than ambush.
Yeah, so just also as a caveat, the hag will know where I am.
Oh,
Of course.
Oh,
great. Well, we might as well
So
just
there's-
keep the fire
Does
going.
she already
then.
know where you are?
I just wave my
gotta be
hands and turn the fire back.
No. Oh, nice. You gotta be within 1,000 feet. So no, I gotta be quite close. I would. If you
I
could.
turn the fire back. Just-
Oh, so an ambush wasn't even in the cards.
I just don't think she ain't an enemy. We don't need to ambush.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But perhaps she won't alert the Hierophants or whatever, or Bellamy. Maybe she'll come and say, "Hey, girl."
if she needs to be free, do you think she wouldn't tell them? She would just come and...
I don't know what her fucking deal is. I'll be honest.
That's
So
fair.
I mean, she might not. But
I know one thing for sure. She is not a fan of being
Ambushed?
harnessed. No, of being harnessed. What's the word I'm looking for?
chained.
And the like. I doubt that she would willingly put herself in any kind of. I don't know what it's going to
Captivity?
look like when we get there.
All right.
My point is that I think we ought to approach, find where clarity is, and see as much as we can with the element of surprise. If the hag senses that I am close, though, our position may become known. Though I believe she plans to come and go as she pleases, as she will meet the Driders tomorrow. So she's clearly not captive with Bellamy. She's with him if she is with him and making magical weapons for some other purpose, whether it's these stories of the Fae, they make deals and then they are bound by them.
Yes.
Do you have a sense of hierarchy, though? I mean, does it feel like Bellamy is... Understand if you don't know, but do you have a sense that Bellamy would be calling the shots versus the demi-hag?
I will say that the demi-hag is the most powerful creature I have met besides seeing a cleric in the flesh, so...
You've seen a cleric in the flesh.
You ain't seen a cleric?
No.
Coming into town, we almost got burned alive by one when we got here a week and a half ago.
I wasn't there for that, but I have seen one.
Yeah, didn't the Drider say that the hag was meeting with them in the morning? If we don't know where we're going or you're trying to find the hag, do we just go to the border of the wastes?
Well, he said tell the lady, and I was really just trying to get us out of there. We won't get a chance to tell the lady because we won't see her before then. So maybe they have a way of telling her this, or perhaps they're just going to wait. I don't know. I say we rest.
Okay.
And we try to scout in the morning. I wouldn't go back towards the waste. I got no fucking desire to do that.
Yes.
Me neither.
Okay.
One last idea,
Yeah.
quick. And I'm not saying I'm thinking about it in any sincere way, but
Uh-oh.
if she's arming and protecting these hierophants, and we get the sense that they're coming back to Brunkhollow, what's our stance on that exactly?
Well, if they're attacking Brunkhollow, I think we try to stop that from happening. Or maybe just giving them a heads up is plenty.
I think we wait to see what the hag knows, and that'll help us decide our future path in the coming days.
But it's more of a game time decision.
Yeah, I don't want to fight the hag. If she's on their side, that's a problem. but-
No, I'm not. I'm just, maybe she might just be performing a service. I'm saying if Bellamy's goal is to...
Raise Brunkhollow.
But why? Why would he do that?
If it's a place of sinners,
sin.
But it's also the only place that he can, exist with
But if
this
he-
condition.
Maybe
But
he
if you
doesn't
get-
have the stink of magic on him anymore. If the revive of there was only one time, he can now leave or something.
or if he's got an army of people who can't die, even if it's only a dozen.
There's also
They go through, they get rid of the sinners, and they take Brunkhollow for the church, I suppose. I don't know.
There are people that have powers that they are ashamed of and wish that they didn't have them.
Well, how do you think Brunkhollow would hold up?
We don't know how powerful these things are.
Poorly.
I think we'll know better tomorrow.
Bunch of hoople heads.
Game time decision.
That's good to think about.
There are decent fighters in Brunkhollow, and I don't know.
My stance is to
Bodhi?
admit that not happen. No, not Bodhi.
Bodhi's a
An army of Bodhies
Bodhi's a fucking
holding the lines of Brunkhollow.
Not Bodhi.
Good God, it's not him.
All right, just wanted to pose it.
I jest on a certain level, but on another, Brunkhollow is. Do we think that Brunkhollow would ever band together?
Just
Nothing
have an
unites. Yeah, nothing unites more than a common enemy.
True.
Yeah. I think, and the last thing we want is the church taken a place like that. That would be a terrible message.
Either way, I think we're dealing with a lot of hypotheticals. Oh, fuck.
Something wrong?
Yes.
Oh no, I thought we were getting to the end of this.
Illien, go to bed.
I thought we covered it all. What's going on, Annabel?
They would have aid inside of Brunkhollow, would they not?
Again, I think I've said this a number of times. Do we even know that Bellamy is still a man of the gods? Or is he a man of his own powers?
He sounded like a man of the gods when he was preaching on that river.
Words are one thing, deeds are another.
Do they see him as their man anymore, though, you know?
Well,
I don't know.
I don't either.
All right. Anyway, we'll figure it out in the morning, I guess.
yes.
Who inside Brunkhollow would be helping him?
Who indeed, TC?
TC?
There is a cleric in Brunkhollow. Obviously cut off from his powers, but a formidable man nonetheless, as you can imagine. And no, I do not know whether they are in league. Would have shared that.
No, of course, I know. I'm just saying the cleric. If he knew he'd been resurrected, I'm sure he would loathe that. But if he knew he had an army of faithful, then I don't know.
There's a deacon come to Brunkhollow too. We met him as we were not too long before we headed out.
Yes, from
Is he a
the
fighter?
from the church. No, that man cannot fight.
I was gonna
Believe
say I
me.
don't know, but
That is one of the-
apparently no.
He's one of the least intimidating men I've seen in my life.
Deacon.
A deacon from where?
From
What was his name?
Old
It was
Pharaoh. From Old Pharaoh. He's the same church as Bellamy.
Penley, I think. Deacon Penley?
Yes, he was sent here to retrieve Bellamy.
He honestly, he seemed just as confused as we were, but I think he knew more than he was letting on. I mean, I highly doubt he was as lost as he acted like he was. He was definitely hiding something. He's
Yes, I don't think I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Granted, I could throw him
You could
fairly
throw him
far.
pretty far.
But
That sounds like another tick on the box of Bellamy is taking a route all his own, and that he is not supported by.
yes, I have a hard time imagining that the church in Old Pharaoh would condone him working with the hag to create an army of magical wooden soldiers.
Yeah, no, that's true. That all does have the stink of magic on it, as we would say.
Well, he's staying at the Paramount, so
The deacon.
yes, warning when we get back.
All right.
So you don't do any magic around there, I suppose.
I have been avoiding doing magic in Brunkhollow. I'm not an idiot.
Sorry.
Prove it.
She's got a mind sliver.
Oh my god.
Yeah, one spell slot.
I'm an 8. You could absolutely fuck me.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
I'm like, am I really gonna make this?
It's very painful.
All right, I won't make you do it.
Oh, I rolled great. 18 plus 4, 22.
You steal your mind and you're not sure if she went full board.
All right,
Excuse me.
I'll take the first shift.
Okay. If by the time Doc and I wake up, that locket's still there, I'm making Doc wear it. So figure it out if you want it. All right, good night.
You look over, it's gone. The
Dog is gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Like that little raccoon who's got like only on his two back legs.
Yeah.
He's running away.
Right here.
Does anybody object if I keep wearing the ring of warmth?
Get in there. Get warm.
Just in case it gets cold up there?
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Your first watch, Annabel?
Yeah.
I found this in where I found Doxley's fancy new shield.
Oh, yeah?
Let me know if it's some. I don't think I could use it without some serious study, but
Oh.
or if you could, but it
What
looks.
are you handing her just
Oh, it's an
alchemist
alchemist supplies.
Oh, cool. I could definitely use that.
Well, no, I want you to teach me how to use it.
I can teach you how to do it.
Okay.
I won't
I
use it
found
now.
it.
That's all right. I'll teach you. How
I
to
gave
use it.
one gift away, and I get one gift for
Okay,
myself, right?
I'll teach you how to use it. Gods.
Just like a hat.
treat for thee, treat for me.
Treat for thee, treat for TC. Treat catcher. That's what they call me, TC.
I see.
Catching treats everywhere I go.
I am going to do an alarm spell. I'm gonna just do it mentally, but I would like to do a perimeter and I want no one. Everyone is included. If one of my companions leaves, I want to know. I want to know where every one of the asses are and any creatures. So yeah, it's gonna ping my head no
How
matter
big
what.
of a radius is it?
I'll tell you.
You're gonna have prairie dogs pinging you.
Yeah.
all night.
That's some false thing.
I'll probably say like no prairie dogs or prairie rats.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says in the spell explicitly rodents.
You can designate creatures that won't set the alarm off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say you can designate a type of creature, sure.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Oh.
That's very small.
So it's quite
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much your little where all the sort
have
of
to get real close.
bedrolls and bed knapsacks are laid out.
Until so it's 8 hours. Oh no, it says 20-foot cube, I guess. And it says the alarm alerts you when a creature touches or enters the warded area. You can do an
Enters
audible
it but not
spell.
leaves.
Touches or enters.
Touches or
Oh, okay.
So if you're already in it and you leave it, you're
You're
not touching it.
I would say you could probably leave it. You might get pinged when they come back.
Well, we'd have to come back. We're
All right.
I'm gonna sleep
in any
25 feet away.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. Well, none of us know she's doing this.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So that's it.
So just Annabelle and Val setting up for the first watch there. People start to sort of set down.
Sorry, just for this alchemist supplies, how am I going to teach you how to, like, is there a logistical way that I
TC has
could
no
teach
idea.
you how to use this?
Spending some time. I mean, out here, you need some supplies to work with. I mean, it has like some tools, but you need some in town. If you narratively wanted to say that you wanted to spend some time doing that, I would say that's
Okay,
that's
yeah. I can,
Yeah,
I
TC's
can
just
do
not familiar with it.
That's fine, I can help. It uses intelligence, so.
I know.
bummer.
I mean, it was better than giving it to Doxley.
Yeah, for sure.
Who said that? I know how to use that.
I'm going to give it here. Annabelle is gonna snap this up.
The locker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cold.
No, that's right. That's
Just kidding.
One of the frontliners.
yeah.
People start to lie down on some of the bedrolls that are laid out. Embers of the fire dying down. It's a night under the stars in the downwheel. Or is it the upwheel at this point?
Oh, God.
Hard to tell.
I hope not.
Either way, it was an improbable series of events that brought you here. You're relieved to allow your body an opportunity to recover. From circus tents and borrowed basement accommodations in different towns across the continent. From dockside digs and 5 crossings flats. From the spare bedrooms of extended family members and sometimes city streets, all converging here. This world, the way that it is, it seems you never know where you'll be laying your head down next to rest. And that goes for others as well, who you spare a thought for in this moment. Where's Silas sleeping tonight? How about Haskell Pips? How about Avig? Or Fabian? Or Trent? How about Ace and Nani, who, if they're still alive, are likely deeper into the upwheel than you are? How about Kate? Is she looking up at the stars somewhere else and wishing she was here? Some time passes, and with no crickets or cicadas nor much of a breeze blowing through the trees, it's impossibly quiet for being outdoors. Finally, at one point, a lone owl takes it upon himself to be heard. And the hooting is soft, it's tentative at first, like it knows that it shouldn't be disrupting the silence. Over time, grows a little bolder, never disruptive, just softly setting the tempo of your rest. And that's where we're going to take a little break here at the beginning of our rest in the Pink Prairies.
Nice.
Okay.
Some information, finally, crossing paths, catching everybody up to speed, unnecessary evil before clarity.
Yeah.
Before achieving
clarity before clarity.
Well done, everybody. That's where we're going to take a little break. Thank you, everybody. We're going to pick up with our little rest, and we'll wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, hopefully.
Stay. Prime
Hey,
sub.
Get your prime ball numbers ready. Here we go.
Let's do it. See you on the other side. Think about becoming a YouTube member. If you do, you'll get access to moments like this.
I'm sorry, I need to face this shack away from me.
This is a
This
particularly
one is
fucked up
really
shack.
bad.
That's a really bad shack.
Really upsetting.
He's got like a freakazoid face.
I love it.
He was staring at me.
That's really bad.
I can't believe that bothered you enough to.
Yeah, I was like,
From that distance.
yeah.
We can get you access to Notch and Soda, but not for free. You have to pay for it. Welcome back, everybody, to the 60th chapter of Brunkhollow. It's time for us to sit down at night in the Pink Prairies, but anything before we dive back in?
Yes, I should have done this.
She should have.
I should have. Here we go. Nice Man Cross at 20 bits. Lowbrow Sky 20 bits. Cosmic Wonder resubscribed. Abaddon resubscribed. Lowbrow Sky 30 bits. Lowbrow Sky another 30 bits. If you got gifted a sub, stick around for Notch and Soda. In like an hour and a half.
We're
Stick
gonna get
around.
hammered.
We're gonna get
We're not gonna get hammered, actually.
silly. Why did I put that there?
I don't know.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, don't do that.
Yay. Thank you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh my god. The shacks are very squishy.
It's a squishy shack.
He's got a mouthful of Shaq. He can't drink.
Oh my
the-
god.
You all are gonna go out and buy some shacks.
Shack up with TTN.
Go get the.
Hashtag shack up with
That's what the
Shackalicious.
episode would be called if Shack.
Shacking up with.
Shack up with the
They're the Shackalicious
I'm sure he's never
XL
heard of
gummies. Get the XL gummies.
Is that what
They're
called?
XL.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the Shackalicious.
we gotta focus
I
on
was like about to start. And
I'll try.
Sorry.
I was like, sorry, Matt.
my first two people taking watch perception checks for both of you. Let's start with that.
18.
15.
Nice guys.
All right.
You guys take the first watch, sort of sit around, and you guys are you're not far from each other, sort of crowded around this little insular tree area that you found. A little bit of time passes. Not too much of a breeze. You sort of wait for that owl to come back again. You hear it, sort of smile. A couple of times the grasses rustle around you, and as before, small critters. You've made it so the alarm doesn't set off. At one point, a little kind of rabbit comes through and then hops back through the grass out. There's a moment here if there's anything you'd like to say.
You ought to take that. I just don't want you to leave Brunkhollow with it.
Annabel, I think with the demi-hag, I think
She ain't my enemy. I'm not worried about her. You seem to have something else troubling you.
it's hard being the weak link in the group.
You ain't the weak link.
Yeah, I am, Annabel.
No, you're fucking not. Getting in there and punching shit? I don't do that. I'm shooting him from as far away as I can
Yeah,
possibly
but you're
be.
shooting good.
Well. You're fast.
Yeah, but there's only so long you can run from shit before it hits you eventually. I appreciate what you said as we were entering the wastes. I panicked tonight.
I think that, you know, I know all my prayers too. Sort of had to. I'm jealous, I think. You got a formal education. I ain't from nothing. I wanted to, but anyway. You're not a weak link. We all have things we can't outrun. Stuff we're running towards. I'd give anything to make sure no other little girls grow up like I did. Anyway. Just stay alive. That's all you gotta fucking do. Stay alive long enough for you to have done something. Right?
Yeah.
That little bit of advice lingering in the air, you hear another little kind of rustling, and it kind of sounds like it's over near Val's knapsack that's been kind of laid down. And you look over, and you couldn't be certain it's the same one, but there's a little prairie rat sniffing around your backpack once more. And it actually looks like it's kind of got its nose under the flaps of one of your, sort of the backpack there. It's kind of, and it hasn't quite noticed that you've clocked it over there yet.
If you got any hardtack, he's gonna steal it.
Val's gonna reach over very slowly and actually just gently open the flap of the backpack a little
And it
bit.
kind of... Do you have like rations in there or something?
That's a great question.
I think you
Probably. I've got something.
sort of finds something that it backs up a little bit and kind of moves into the grasses. And then it comes back out and it drops it like a little further away from the campsite.
It drops the hardtack?
Like takes it away and then it comes back, drops it, and then
It leaves it at the.
you can see it. It's like 5 feet away from you, kind of at the edge of the campsite.
He's trying to lure you out, I guess.
Yeah. You think I need to be afraid?
I don't think so. He's a prairie rat.
And I get up and go pick up the piece of hardtack.
As you get closer to it, it pokes its nose back out and grabs it, and then goes a little further and drops it. Disappears into the ground.
All right, what's up with that?
Does that seem like normal, like, prairie rat behavior to me?
I wouldn't say for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's curious. Most animals just eat the food you give them or leave it if they don't want it.
He's playing some kind of game, I guess. You could play. See what the deal is.
If I die because of a prairie rat,
Got your fucking back.
I need you to make up something.
I'll make a good story.
The spider came back or something. All right, I'm gonna go.
You're not gonna die.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
It does that a couple times.
Drop.
I'm gonna sort of trail.
Both of you give me perception checks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's 11.
15.
15. As he's doing that twice, a third time, a fourth time, you get sort of a sense that it's trying to separate you from the group, from the campsite. And maybe even from Annabel, though not in Annabel specifically necessarily. Like it's like trying to get your attention specifically. And every time Annabel kind of creeps forward, it picks it up, goes a little further.
Just hold off for a.
Okay. Just gonna grab my bow.
I mean, yeah, shoot.
all good.
Shoot if you need to shoot.
No
but-
worries.
Dark vision only goes 60 feet with no light source.
I'll keep playing the game.
Goes a little further. A little further. Gets to the edge of 60 feet. You can see Val starting to sort of disappear from the edges of that grayed sort of dark vision that you have.
Can I like creep out so she's just to the very edge of my?
You can. Yeah.
Like I want to be stealthy about it. Like I want to see if I can sort of.
Secret.
Yeah.
Oh.
What were you asking? Sorry.
I was thinking if she has dark vision. I don't know if she has dark vision.
I believe you.
Do I?
I'm pretty sure you do.
Oh, okay.
Well,
She was going into the.
It's odd for a human to have dark vision.
I thought.
What do you mean?
Oh my.
Not in 2024.
All humans get dark vision in 2024. That was the.
It creeps out a little further. Now it's like sort of, again, you weren't that far away from the sort of lightly wooded area to begin with, but it's a little more into the prairie, like where the grasses are. It's very open. It doesn't, you look around and before you sort of follow it a few more steps, you give a look around and make sure sort of it's not leading you to something, but as far as you can tell, in the distance that you can see, it's not leading you to a particular spot, just sort of out into the prairie. There's a moment where in the tall grasses of the prairie, it kind of disappears a little bit, and it takes the hardtack with it this time. And then there's a bigger kind of rustle in the grass. And a little sort of shadow rises from the top tufts of the grass. And you can see that the prairie rat looks like it's mid-transformation into a hybrid form. A kind of smallish humanoid body with rodent-like facial features. Has a little extended furry snout, oversized front teeth, and whiskers at the end of its nose. His clothing is as simple as it gets. Foot wraps, brown pants, brown tunic, and his eyes are this very deep red color that even in the dark of night sort of reflect what little light's coming down from the moon and the stars. No pupil in the eye as best you can see. He looks like a were-rat, like a transformed hybrid humanoid rat. Like in sort of all werebears, werewolves, were-rats, all of those creatures are in the broader category. They're called lichens. Lichens is like the sort of all-encompassing animal transformation. And usually lichens can either be animal form, their humanoid form, and then a hybrid form. So like an in-between. It looks like that's the state that it's in right now. It's like a little hybrid form state right now. And as it kind of comes up above the grass there, and he's small. He's smaller than you. Even at he's hunched, but at a standing height, he might be 4 feet tall. You know, this sort of hybrid, sort of were-rat.
So you're the slowpokes, are you? The laggards, the lingerers, dilly-dally foot draggers.
Were there others who came before us?
Yes.
How many?
Bold of you to ask me questions. Slow as you are. Everyone's already well gone. So if you've stopped here with the intention of waiting, you'll only fall further behind. Best be on your way. Leave the prairies as you found them, and stop distracting me from my duties.
Your duties?
Yeah, that's right. It's part of the low mountains is home to dozens of lichen families. Just like a valley cockroach, to know nothing of the land you walk upon.
They're difficult terrain to get to, forgive me.
I hail from the Potkin clan. Now I've been assigned, due to my unmatched swiftness and sharpness, a most important post, Southern Sentry Commander. It is my duty to survey the prairies and make sure that nothing untoward comes creeping out of the wastes or the eastern forests. Every once in a while, something nasty crawls out of the abyss, and when that happens, it's best for my kind not to be caught unawares.
Then you should know that something nasty is definitely going to come out of the abyss.
Is it you?
No.
Because you look nasty.
Thanks. No, we're trying to prevent it, but I think something in the abyss is trying to team up with something on the outside, and when they meet up, I think that's gonna be very bad news.
Well, as long as they don't meet up near the Potkin clan, I could give shit.
Where is the clan?
The mountains to the north. If your only intention is to follow that pack of wobbling idiots into the hills, there's no cause for alarm. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe you're one of those folk that don't know lichen pelts could fetch a good price.
And he kind of gives you an eye, and he's trying to read you to see if you're maybe a hunter that you've come in here.
I have no intention of taking any pelts.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. I like a belt.
Oh, that's 2.
A likely story. And if that is the case, well, I'll have to use my superior speed and agility to go warn Plan Potkin. And they descend upon you with the strength and ferocity of a typhoon.
Look, we're after the people that passed through. That's what we want. If you can give me information about them, you'll help us be on our way. If you don't tell me, we're gonna be bumbling around trying to find them, and we'll probably stay in here a bit longer. So if you want us to be out, I mean, how many were there? Where did they go? Give me some direction here.
Well, if that is true, then maybe you can tell me why the hobgoblin has a troll tusk among his belongings. Not a hunter, you say?
He won it. He won it in combat.
That sounds like hunting.
It was something that the person that we were fighting had, not his. He got it as some sort of a prize. We've had to. It's as you can probably imagine, been terribly hard to get here. I don't imagine you see many people coming through the wastes.
I don't see
Many creatures.
a lot of people coming through the wastes.
We've been through a lot. We don't intend to stay. If you gave us some direction, it would help us get out a lot faster.
I would like you to be gone as quick as you can. And don't you leave any rubbish behind, as your kind is known to do. I keep a clean beat. Don't want to be picking up for a bunch of slobs twice in one day.
You won't even know that we were here, but come on, who was it that passed through before us? How many? What did they look like? What were they saying? Anything?
Earlier today, some hours ago, stopped at the lake for a spell, like you did. I saw that. and then they continued on into the mountains. They were going further east than the Potkin clan cares to monitor, so I didn't follow. There'll be somebody else's problem, I suppose. I don't know where they were going, but the way they was dressed, meager supplies that they carried with them, I don't see them lasting very long. Surprised they even made it this far. I didn't get as close to them as I am to you now. Something didn't sit right, so I kept my distance. I didn't hear anything.
Does that seem true?
Give me an insight check.
14?
14? That does seem true, as far as you can tell.
How many were there? Did you get an estimate of numbers?
I am not your font of information. This isn't an exchange. It's a warning that if you don't get gone, there'll be a rat apocalypse upon you.
Can you tell me one thing? Did anyone seem to be leading them? Perhaps a woman at the front?
The person at the front was not a woman, as far as I could tell.
All right, well.
Not with them, then, are you? No.
No, if anything, the opposite. If you didn't get a good feeling from them, I mean, we're not...
So you are on a hunt, just not for my kind.
We're trying to not hunt anything. But we certainly don't have any issues with... Can your kind all do what you do?
Do what I do how?
Transform.
Yeah, of course. We're not just a prairie rat. Where rats are proud.
And there are other creatures like that around here too. I mean, we saw some bears when we were in the wastes. Is that common around here?
Just regular bear?
No, I mean like you, so they could shift from...
Well, yeah. Werebears and rare rats, they keep separate far as communities go. Where did you see?
In the wastes.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first I've heard of someone stumbling into the wastes and never coming back. I smell death and decay in there without ever having to get close to the border. And I never will.
You shouldn't. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Did you help them then?
I couldn't. I would have if I could have, but they were very far gone.
Give me a persuasion check.
A 13?
Shame.
You really can't tell me anything more about... the group that came through.
If it'll get you gone, what can I tell you?
Numbers? Were they armed?
No, barely had anything with them. 15, 16 maybe?
What direction did they come from? I'm assuming not the wastes.
Came from further east, the flats, I think.
And you said you got some sort of bad impression.
Just something about them that I didn't like. It's like they smelled like the wastes, but they didn't come from the wastes.
Well, this is This has been helpful. I appreciate it. Is there a reason you singled me out?
Yeah.
Oh.
My condolences, by the way.
Appreciate that.
Just don't leave anything behind.
We won't.
Have to take time out of my day. Clean it up.
We'll be very careful.
Glass doesn't go away fast, you know.
We won't leave anything. Do you want the hardtack? Or was that just a...
You can keep it.
And he sort of picks it up, and it's like slobbery.
Do any of your kind ever, are they hurting in any sort of way?
Hurting how?
I mean, when we saw the werebears, they weren't doing too well. I mean, it could have been the wastes, but... Are there any sort of... I don't know, do you guys find that you struggle in any sort of way?
We don't need your help.
I'm not offering to help.
Oh, well then, no.
There.
What you want with them?
Just very curious.
Curious about what?
What it's like.
No, not my...
Oh. It's a lot to explain, but we suspect that they're intertwined with some potentially very, very bad people. And they might be trying to form some sort of small army, some sort of militia. We don't know why, but we would certainly like to prevent that if we could.
Why would they all be drinking from little vials?
I don't know if they were injured, if they were sick, if they...
Yeah, maybe.
You said they seemed different, they smelled different. I mean, maybe they were drinking from vials. Did you see color, anything about the vials? Did you smell them at all?
Yeah. There wasn't like a healing potion. They're smaller, skinny, narrow like a candle. I gave him a sniff, but it wasn't anything that I knew by scent.
What did it smell like?
Strong odor, irritating to the nostrils.
They all were drinking.
Yeah.
Are they doing anything else?
I wasn't close enough.
Did they rest here?
They just stopped a while. Not long. And then they left the empty vials, and that made me mad.
Do you have any of those?
No.
Does that seem true?
I mean, that's it.
Oh, come on.
Oh my.
Is it good?
No.
Then it's caught.
Well, 14.
As he's sort of fidgeting, you're not sure if that's directly a lie, but it does seem like there's more information there, like whether something about the scent that he recognized or whether he kept a piece of it or something. There's something there that's sort of hard to gather.
I really need you to be straight with me here. We're...
No. I don't know you. I crushed them with a rock, scattered the glass. Breaks down faster.
You can trust me. You know you can trust me.
Do I know that?
I think that's why you singled me out. I promise any information you give me, it will do a lot more for you than if you withheld it.
I tell you what. You know where the other lake is?
Yeah, I know where it is.
I'll race you to it.
Oh!
You're a bastard.
Yeah.
You'll race me.
Yeah.
All right. And, on your mark.
1 foot on the hard tack, and then we run to the lake.
Uh-huh.
And he puts like one little kind of rat foot on the little piece of the hardtack there.
Get set. And she's gonna shift. Go.
What? What?
Go ahead and read that for us. You don't have to say the whole thing, but read the little description of it.
What the fuck?
Where is that for me? Wow, where is my...
Like shift like caps, like all caps now?
And
I'm gonna hold shift
Yeah.
because that's accelerate.
That's accelerate. Yeah, holding shift is sprint.
Yeah, okay. As a bonus action, you can assume a more bestial appearance.
Oh.
This transformation lasts for 1 minute until you die or until you revert to normal appearance. So while shifted, your walk for me, swift stride. While shifted, your walking speed increases by 10 feet.
That's crazy.
Additionally, you can move up to 10 feet as a reaction. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Faster than.
As you let the shift sort of take over a little bit, you see a little surprise out of the corner, but also like a little excitement out of his little rat beady eye, and he takes off. And even in your shifted form, like no slouch, he can move. Like he's, you can see the grass is like moving in a little line as he skitters through them, and you're running it behind as best you can at your like even at your incredible regular speed. You realize that he's slowly separating from you, and that like you need to tap in a little bit to some of that monk training, and you sort of
Hit the nos.
Breathe and
Hit the nos.
because you can bonus action dash right without sort of spending anything, and as you do, you start to catch up, and you're kind of side by side and
Go!
And using the form and the monk, you sort of see the water coming up. It's sort of 60 feet and closer because it's now sort of reaching the edge of your dark vision and closer. And as you get to the water, he like takes a running leap, but your foot splashes into the water first.
And she does the same thing when she hits the water. She kind of recoils, shakes it off.
Annabel saw that and she's running towards. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, you lose her like halfway across the prairie. You hear you couldn't hear what she was saying.
like-
You hear her like speaking to something, and then she takes off, and you're sort of in the middle of the prairie. You lose her somewhere along the way because they're much faster than you, both of them.
She's like in the middle of the prairie, like.
A little too slow. Just a little bit.
Oh. There was one that wasn't empty.
It's not something that you immediately recognize. It's a very sort of clear liquid. It has a cork in it at the moment. It has a cork in it at the moment. Very, very clear, like runny liquid. It's obviously like very, it's not thick at all. It's very, very runny, like an alcohol, almost like a clear alcohol. Oh boy.
I don't know what it is.
Thank you. This is huge. Thank you. I promise no mess, no trash, no trace of us left behind, and we'll do everything we can to avoid entangling you guys in this.
Yeah. Don't forget who you really are, yeah?
Impossible.
In the Potkin clan, we have a saying. The runts always live loudest. So live loud. Be remembered.
Thank you. Live quiet and be safe.
And if you follow him, be careful in the mountains.
Is there anything else up there we should know about?
There's lots of stuff in the mountains.
Great. Excellent.
Depends on where you're going.
Towards a monastery? You have any idea where that is? I'll race you again.
No! I know about it. I've never been myself. Like I said, it's further east than my clan cares to care about. Some other creatures took it to shelter. Fire newts, I think. And someone else said they saw an Etten go in there.
Said what?
An Etten. It's a two-headed giant. If that batch that I saw earlier goes up against an Etten, it'll be picking them from their teeth by morning. You make no mistake.
East, you said.
Well, east in the mountains, so still north, but east.
Any landmarks to guide us on the way?
It's important for you, is it?
It's important for all of us.
You start up a little winding path into the mountains. But because not many people go there anymore, there isn't much of a trail. There's a part where it looks like there's a route that sort of bends to the right. It doesn't look like there's another option. Looks like you have to go that way. But there's a big fir tree on your left. Branches are a bit droopy. And if you push through the pines of the tree, there's a little tunnel that takes you on a different path. A path of clarity.
We'll stay on the tunnel.
Yeah. But you didn't hear it from me.
No? No.
That Etten that makes clarity its home. He's not as stupid as your average giant. He's clever. Managed to get 2 full brains in those heads of his, rather than sharing half a brain. They're usually very stupid, you see. Not that one.
Any tricks about how to lure it out, avoid it, fight it, anything? Anything you've heard?
Figure it out yourself. I don't know. Don't want to know.
All right. All right.
If there's any litter in the morning, you know what happens. Radicalism.
We die a terrible death at your hands. Yeah. No, I got it. I got it. We're deeply afraid of that.
I'm gonna go now.
Your name.
What do you want to know?
You're very helpful.
Miss Keegan.
Keegan. Valentine. Thank you, Keegan. Maybe I'll get to race you again sometime.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, bye.
And you get, as he's leaving your vision, goes back into like full animal form. And
How big is the lake? About
Like all the way
around-
across?
Yeah, around
Oh,
circumference.
for like 150 feet. Like it's not. They're not huge. It's really not. They're small. They're little, almost ponds. The other one was a little larger. The one that you guys had to swim in.
Val's just kind of standing at the edge of the lake, and she's just gonna run around and just go again. Couple of times, just kind of testing.
Every time you kind of circle back around the direction you came from, you hear some like,
One more. And then when it gets really close, she's gonna drop the shape. Annabel, I'm over here.
Okay, what the fuck?
Okay, so that was a lot.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah, let's go
We
back.
can walk and talk.
Sure.
everyone's dead. I've been assassinated in the night. No.
And roads. Little rat bites all around.
Oh no!
I was gonna say little scratch marks on everybody.
Yeah, you're right. I let the rats go through. They wouldn't set off my alarm. So there you
That's
go.
true.
Oh my God. Absolutely, the radicalism could fucking do it. Radicalism.
Annabelle, there's so much. Here, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna pull out the vial. So there were people passing by here, a group about 15, and this is gonna sound nuts, but the rat told me that they were all drinking this. They all had whatever this is.
Do I recognize?
You do not. It's definitely not. You feel like you'd recognize some of the more common tinctures and potions, and it's not one of those. So it's unfamiliar to you. Someone with a better alchemical knowledge would need to take a look at that.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither. I think we take it back to the group, but they were all said they were in pretty bad shape. A group of about 12 to 15. No hag from the sounds of it.
Okay.
They were all drinking from this, and they headed into the mountains. I know where Clarity is too now. I got directions to that, so in the morning I know where to take us.
That's great.
Yeah. It was a shifter. It was a. I think they all are. Same as the
all
bears.
The prairie rats?
Yeah.
Great. Didn't designate. Okay, good.
What?
Good to know.
What?
I just, I did a little alarm so that I would, know to keep us safe at camp. And I didn't want any time a rat wanders through to get a little
I don't
ping in my
I don't
head.
think they're gonna be a problem.
Okay.
I think they want to mind their own business. We cannot leave any trash though. They will absolutely be a problem.
My auntie told me to leave no trace.
Exactly. Your aunt.
Oh no, I do.
That aunt.
I got a lot of different aunties.
Yeah.
This auntie was she taught me a lot about ranging. This is a real aunt.
Yeah. What was her name?
Prove it.
Dolores.
Schmonty.
It's Dolores. Anyway,
It's kind of interesting though, isn't it? That there's all these we saw the werebears and now the were-rats. I mean,
yeah, it is interesting.
what do you make of that?
I don't know. Lots of people got secrets all around, I think.
It's a pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Here in Brunkhollow, that's spelled with the lightning.
Yeah, sure.
So, I never tried that on the outside. I think there's something to be said about it being sort of a safe place where you can kind of be who you really are. You know?
Yeah, it seems that way. Well, we better get back.
You scared me when you scampered off.
Didn't mean to, sorry.
It's okay.
It was worth it.
It sounds like it. Good info. You know where Clarity is.
Yeah.
All right, let's go make sure the others aren't murdered by
Yeah, we're
were-rats
the
or whatever.
shittiest watch women.
No. I mean, I really thought we were okay until I realized that whatever, it doesn't matter.
Get back. People are sleeping. Safe and sound. Next watch comes, which is TC and
It's
Lamont.
us. The Tyruns are doing the last one.
Great. You guys go. Wake them for their watch.
Rise and shine.
Uneventful, I presume.
No, Val actually got a download. So we'll talk about it in the morning, I guess.
In the morning.
From whence?
There are some shifters in the neighborhood, and one of them was helpful enough to tell her where Clarity is. Also, do you guys recognize, do you have that
Yeah.
potion?
Take a look at
Do you
this.
recognize that?
No.
It has like a very strong, like almost like ammonia like odor. It's like a little sort of like almost like smelling salts. Like that's what it kind of
Now I'm awake. Don't get too close.
Yeah, it's not great.
Stings the nostrils.
Yeah, so they're carrying bleach?
I don't know.
They're drinking
that?
bleach.
They're eating Tide Pods.
It's like a.
Oh, man.
It's like a stringent, vile challenge, as it were.
It said that they were in pretty rough shape, but they were drinking that, and there's a lot of them.
Well, they're probably in rough shape because they were drinking that.
More than a dozen.
12 to 15?
That is more than a dozen.
Well,
All right. Well,
We'll talk about it in the morning.
I'm sorry. The shifters were friendly. Yes. I
Yes.
don't have to.
No,
Be
don't
ready for-
don't hit a prairie dog, or a rat or anything.
wait,
Definitely don't shoot one, and
Tried to earlier.
don't litter.
wait, so the rats that were watching us were
Well,
partially human.
one of them was a...
I don't know what partially human.
You were right, they are perverts.
I'm always right.
I wish I wasn't. Game recognized.
On that note, I'm going the fuck to bed.
Yes. Well, let's square up.
You and me. Yes. And TC puts
Aw.
on his goggles and.
Give me a perception check, both of you.
Fine. I will. 27.
Oh God.
19.
Very vigilant watch here as the next couple of hours go by. As it's going on, you almost expect something, given that like there was a little possible sort of interaction incident during Val and Annabelle's watch. So you're a little hyper aware, every little sound, every little thing that kind of comes by. Another time you hear that like sort of wait for a shifting owl of some kind, but nothing happens. It comes uneventfully. Hours go by.
Very territorial
The owl?
there. Yeah.
Well, stay out of the tree, and I think you'll be fine. They are great hunters.
Time comes to raise the Tyruns, unless there was something else.
TC, I hope you don't mind. I was listening to the conversation you were having with Illien.
Which was that?
You mentioned a name. You were saying for Morna. I sensed a little. Just wanted to offer my condolences. Sounded like it may have been a sore subject. You don't need to talk about it if you don't want to.
It's all right. Part of our shared Brunkhollow history. we met Mona on that carriage into town that we were attacked on by the cleric. And, found ourselves, on a few misadventures together, including her last, which was a bounty in the Downwield.
I'm sorry, that's...
Nobody's fault, I suppose.
Well, it sounds... Even though it seems you knew each other a fairly short time, it sounds like it made quite an impression. I want to reassure you, TC, that I have no intention of letting anything like that happen this time. Not to your party.
Is there ever an intention?
No, but...
Well...
I just wanted... We're heading into a pretty rough situation. I wanted to... If things ever look particularly dire, if you need to look for a way out, look for a way out. I'll cover. Just want to get a reassurance from you that if it comes to that, you'll make sure Val goes with you.
I can give you an assurance, I suppose, of my intention, but I feel as though Val might not follow me anywhere.
Oh, I guarantee she's going to. I guarantee she's going to resist, but if it comes down to it, if something has to happen, just make sure everybody else gets out. Okay? I just can't.
I have found, in the last few weeks that, really it's when we all stick together that things usually end up turning out the way we want.
Yes, there is wisdom in that, isn't there? I'm sorry, I think that
It's quite all right.
I think the fear is just getting to me a little bit. This last day, I really got pushed to the limit, and I think I'm feeling my age for the first time.
I think fear of the unknown grips us all on this particular endeavor.
Yes.
Speaking of Morna, I think she would have gotten along with you and Val. She was a driven woman. See that you both would have shared with her a clarity of purpose that I envy. So,
Well,
may her spirit be along with us.
I find it curious that you feel you don't have a strong purpose. Seem to have a party of companions that you're rather fond of.
Sure.
I'm just saying, if we're talking about purpose, that's more or less all that drives me most of the time.
I suppose between a war band and a group of traveling jugglers. Sorry, that was rude.
It's fine. I'm not offended from a personal level. But just as a point of order, we don't actually have a very good juggler at the moment. So if you know any,
Listen, I haven't tried my hand in it, but I'm a fast learner. Good
I
with
feel
my
like
hands.
you would probably be, I feel like you would probably be quite good at it, but that's a discussion we can have.
Listen, what I was
once we're
getting
all
at
done.
was...
Yes. I'm sorry, the business side kicked in.
The sheer... The constant camaraderie. I can only imagine is comforting. Yes?
Yes. You know, it's not all sunshine and roses. You have people together long enough, there's conflict, and... This has been a difficult chapter in Cirque du Lamont. I fear it's hard not to shake the feeling that Val has come to resent me in a fashion. And that's not pleasant, but yes.
You are here at the same purpose, yes? I would hope that you have that at least going for you.
Yes, no, we have a very clear purpose. I just don't know how it's going to shake out. All I'm trying to say, TC, I think you might have things better than you... feel like we're not quite on the same page. All that is to say, I think you would surprise yourself by what your companions would think of you if you truly asked them. I don't think you would all be here right now if you didn't have the camaraderie you seem to desire. That's all I'm trying to say.
Maybe. To making connections.
It's making connections.
Time comes, raise the Tyruns for the final watch. Clear air circulating through your lungs.
Soft hand. Good shit.
Don't be alarmed if a rat talks to you. It didn't talk to us, but apparently that happens around here.
Rats talking? All right.
Yes.
I guess there's weirder things that have happened on this trip.
Did we eat a rat?
The rat, no, we didn't.
No, we had
I
fish.
guess the rats are shifters and told Val all sorts of good things for tomorrow's endeavors. I think the most important, did she give you that vial? Should we have them give it a sniff?
Yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead, smell this. It'll help you wake up.
All right.
Put it right up to your nostril.
You've heard.
Coward.
It is very potent, but nothing that you recognize.
Oh, yeah, that is crazy.
Well,
do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, all right.
Can't say I
so.
do, but I feel like a lot of blood is going to my head all of a sudden.
yes. Well, enjoy that. I'm going to head back to sleep.
All right.
Wake us if you need us.
Okay.
Great.
Have we finished a full rest?
What the amount that you guys need is what? 4? Then yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
No fair.
Yeah.
Before Lamont fully goes away.
Goes away.
Before he disappears.
to the realm.
Oh, I fell asleep standing up.
Eyes open.
I'm gonna go over to him really quick and be like, before you sleep, this won't be long. This is just something I was thinking about from what you said. And this is gonna come across as harsh. And I really don't mean it that way.
This is a phenomenal prelude.
Yeah, sorry. But you said you stuck with your family and you hated what you did. Right?
I hated what we had to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
How could you live with yourself? I know, I told you. It was gonna sound harsh. Really. But To give you a bit of information, I left my family because I couldn't do what I think you did. So how did you find the strength in every day of hating what you had to do, but sticking through it? Because I don't see a world where I could have done that.
I think... May I ask you, hating what you do, is that something that your family was opting into, or is it something they didn't have much of a choice in?
Both, I think. I think we opted into it because we didn't have much of a choice.
Well, I think in my situation, quite a few of us wanted to change it. That's what we were trying to do. It was something that we were born into, something that would be incredibly difficult to change. And it wasn't something that we took part in lightly, either. I think if you asked me why Ifikiakso became the top warband, it was because our bonds were stronger. And we were fighting in the hopes that we would be able to stop fighting. We were fighting to minimize casualties, not to rack up as much of a kill count as we could. Although, unfortunately, that does become part of it.
I see.
I hated the circumstances. I did not hate the people involved. So your family, I assume, is still alive?
Yes, I think I understand the disconnect. Because I don't believe there is my family seems content to continue what they are doing. Because they're quite successful at it.
Do you think poorly of them for it?
I love them dearly.
Yes.
I wouldn't have stuck around as long as I did and done what I had to do if I didn't. But me staying there was not going to provide a change. And a change that I wanted to see in my lifetime. And so I had to make that choice, I think. It sounds nice to be surrounded by people that had to do things they didn't want to, in thought that one day it didn't have to be that way. That sounds nice.
Do you think there's anybody in your family that feels the way that you do?
If anybody, Doc understands. I don't. She's about the only one I have a real connection with. And, well, my grandma's pretty great too, but most of the family think she's loony, so.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that helps to hear. I felt pretty bad when you said that earlier, because I was like, wow, I guess I'm just a weak sauce man. If I couldn't do my thing, you know? If I couldn't push through, and I don't know, it sounded like you were strong in your ideals.
Yes, but I've also had 60 years to develop those ideals and figure out what they were. I wasn't always as at peace with it as I am now. It happens. You live, you experience. It happens. You love them, you want what's best for them. Do you think what they're doing is what's best for them?
I mean, that is a hard question to answer. I think that they provide very well for themselves and the people they care about in the only way they think they can. And I think there is a beauty to that. The ends justify the means. But it'd be nice to... I'm gonna change how things are so they can see that it could be different and they don't have to do that anymore.
I wasn't the one who inspired my band to want change. You could be the one for yours.
Or die trying. That's the hope, I think.
Well, hopefully not that part.
Hopefully not.
I don't think you have any reason to doubt the choices you've made. If you feel that they weren't the right ones for you, then...
Oh, Lamont, I don't know about that. I've made some pretty sucky choices.
Sure, but if that's not the life that you wanted, then I think you're fully within your rights to leave.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I agree with that. I was thinking about more recent events I think I fucked up.
That sounds like a different conversation.
Yeah. Okay, get some rest. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that, but
Illien,
that helps.
Just give it some time. It's all going to make a lot more sense once you look back on it.
I hope that's true.
It is.
Good night, Lamont.
Good night, Illien. Or good morning.
Perception checks for both of my Tyruns.
Oh no! I got a nat 1.
I got an 8.
Okay, good.
Guys.
Oh
A
no.
little preoccupied in your thoughts. He's really chilly. As time goes by, is there anything?
Like maybe half an hour just to make sure everybody's still sleeping. Doxley's gonna get up from watching and she's gonna kind of gesture to you like away from camp for a second.
All right.
Real whispering. I won't whisper. Very quiet. Give me your hand.
Oh boy. Sure.
I'm gonna show you something.
Okay.
Doxy's gonna quickly take your hand with her other hand, and you find that she's holding a dagger, and the blade is gonna come toward her stomach, and she's gonna hold you there, like hard.
Yes.
I need to show you something.
Okay. Is everything okay?
No. It's one thing to sacrifice someone you love when they're not looking you in the eye, Illien. And I need to help you see exactly what you're asking for.
Okay. Well, where's this coming from?
You know, Ramos said, for a boy wanting so badly to be the hero, you sure do condemn the innocent with ease.
I was gonna tell you. Probably tonight if I could get the courage to do so.
I need you to hear me, Illien. I know when our companions spout this stuff, I tune it out, but you've been a much better listener than me. And you need to hear this. A hero does not sail into war on the backs of the dead and the innocent. Do you hear me? Do you know who does that? Fucking clerics.
She's gonna let go of your hand.
I don't know what a hero is. I'm sure Chantal has many thoughts on it, so I can't help you there. But I know that.
I find myself questioning why I said what I did. But Doc, I don't know if Avery would take it back. Do you not think that if you could change how everything was, and a couple people have to go for that to be done, it's not ideal, obviously. But
do you hear? That is exactly what the cleric said. Do you not see that?
Doxley, think of the tens of thousands of lives that are saved when things change.
Think of the tens of thousands of lives that were saved when they annihilated a whole group of magic users. It's that easy to spin it that way. Nobody's asking me. But a hero doesn't think like that. A hero will sacrifice their pride, their dignity, their strengths, the image that they wish to see this world in, if it means protecting others above themselves. I'm not trying to be a hero, and I'm not qualified to train you to be one. Chantal isn't here, so I'm doing my best. I'm not angry at you, but I need you to figure it out.
Then maybe I'm not cut out to be a hero, but something else that can get something done. Good people that wish to be heroes are dying every day because they do the right thing. If someone needs to do the wrong thing to do the right for the biggest amount of people, I don't know, Doc. All I know I'm not gonna let him get to you or anyone in our party. And that I can swear, but
I do hope you're right about that, Illien. I know you're trying. But from what you've spoken about Yarpaya, the little that you know, I just needed to say it.
Turn to your watch. This little pocket of peace that is the prairie. The land itself lives up to its reputation for tranquility. Night passes without anything else nefarious manifesting, making a disturbance. It might seem surprising to you, given the proximity to 3 very dangerous, very deadly environments. Wastes, the taiga, flats. But the lack of trees of the prairie gives the larger flying beasts of the taiga little to perch upon. And as you've learned, the creatures of the wastes do feel a strange compulsion to remain within the fog. So that sort of keeps the prairie its own little separate, isolated place. Despite the peace of the prairies, as you guys are resting, and some of this was before your watch, some of it after, a lot of people's rests are marked by restlessness, intermittent nightmares, sleeplessness. During your watch, you see other people kind of tossing and turning, sometimes even mumbling a little bit. Not words, but little incoherent mumblings. TC, at one point, you have a dream where you've snuck into the Little Hook Apothecary, where Dr. Blaylock is out at the time. You stand over an unconscious Mr. Yidabon, you take out your short sword, and you move to cut the man's throat. But at the last moment, his eyes shoot open. He grabs you by the throat. And he brings you to the floor, and he's strangling you, and you're listening to the thoroughfare of Brunkhollow in the background, but you're unable to call for help. Val, you have a dream where you're dancing, alone, on stage, to a theater without an empty seat in the house. You spin, and the music crescendos, and finally you come to a stop. The audience erupts with applause. But as you hold your position, get ready to take your bow, the audience disappears, one by one, until there's just a single person left clapping. A young woman. She has a crutch and a cast around her left leg. And eventually she stops clapping. And she smiles, she stands, she limps out through the main doors. She leaves you alone in the empty theater. Lamont, you have a dream where you return to Old Pharaoh. You have a signed writ in hand, only to find that Silas and the rest of the company is gone. Not only that, as you go from door to door, you knock on all the people you think you know. Nobody even knows what you're talking about. Nobody's even heard of Cirque de Lamont. Nobody's heard of a boy named Silas. You feel lost as you did in the mountains. Annabel, you have a dream where you see nothing but the demi-hag's eyes staring back, watching everything you do. Every time you practice your magic, every time you cast a spell, the eyes get a little closer, and they blink a little less frequently. It turns that feeling of freedom and escape that you get from magic into paranoia, into neurosis, and the eyes never leave. And the more you regret ever having met the demi-hag, the more she relishes occupying your mind. Illien, you have a dream where you're chasing Rommel Klein. But no matter how fast you run, he's always a few steps ahead of you. He moves from place to place, from Paramount Lodgings to Maeve's to Lucky Heathen. He goes to Niall Morton's tent, to Crenshaw's smithy. He finds a wagon carrying Wes and Rufus Diamond.
Oh my God.
Each time he leaves bodies behind him, and you're powerless to stop him.
My God.
Doxley, you have a dream where you're at the vanguard of a cavalry charge against bivouacking clinkers in the downwheel. Illien is on horseback to your left, Tomorrow Weaver is on horseback to your right, but the tide turns because the clinkers have laid a trap, and they flank you. And in addition to your friends and family dying, you're injured badly in the ensuing battle, a gruesome leg injury that will never heal, and your parents arrange to have you brought back to Perron. Because of a lack of natural cover, when the day breaks, it breaks fast. Not a gradual trickling of the sun, but a releasing of the dam, as it were. The glassy texture of the grass captures and reflects the light like a million tiny prisms, and the whole place sparkles like fresh powdered snow with an unusual tint. It's the upwheeled equivalent of flinging the curtains open in a dark bedchamber, and though your aching muscles yearn for more, you know what needs to be done. Those taking the last watch, you watch as some of your companions rise, shaking off their slumber. The sun has risen across the prairie, mountains in the backdrop, fresh air in your nostrils.
Doxley will start playing with the trident, trying to get the motions of it correct, how she would attack from sides to fronts. And she's gonna switch out Mastery of Short Sword for Mastery of Trident.
You may indeed. Yes, of course.
I was also going to ask during that watch, is it possible for me to have spent time with the wristlets of clutching?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does the necklace, it requires like an hour, you said? To
Yes, but that can happen during a longer period of inactivity. It doesn't have to be actual full-on sleeping, so that can happen during that time. Yep.
I would like to change Mage Hand for Message.
Okay, you may do that.
And I think I get to prepare one more spell.
That might be true, yeah, because you had an empty slot, I think, because of your level up.
Nice.
Yeah, so you get to prepare one.
Okay, so I shall do that.
What are you gonna get?
Won't sleep. I can't do any of my new ones because I don't have the material. But those would be good ones to have. But unfortunately, I cannot prepare.
Would have been nice.
What are they?
Good.
What would
Material
be?
components are tough.
Just out of curiosity, or do you not want to share?
Oh no, it's Find Familiar, which is a ritual, but I need some shit for that, and I also oh wait, do I need shit for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. The incense is just not listed on here, and then a protection from evil and good, which would be very good, but I need holy water.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
bitch
somebody who can hook you up.
Oh, I've got a holy water guy.
I've got a guy. I don't think he'll give me the holy water.
Some people have a urine guy, some
Yeah.
people have a holy water guy.
I mean,
They're usually the same guy.
the same guy.
It's not only the same guy.
Stock.
It's the same.
it's the same water.
Same water.
Stop. Message is
Bless it.
30 feet.
Let's
Can we just
give her a
double
look.
check?
Yes. 120
120
feet. Point toward a creature within range. Whisper a message. The target and only the target can hear the message, and they can reply in a whisper. That
Oh, they
Oh,
can
Jesus.
reply.
This thing is a cantrip.
How long?
Oh, fuck.
Is it a word limit or is it?
It's one round, so you can say a quick, like,
1
5 or
round.
6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
you can whisper a quick sentence, basically a
Yeah.
sentence.
And they can
whisper a sentence
whisper
back.
back.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
That's what I'm waiting for, really.
Eat shit.
And per the new D&D 2024 rules, it does say whisper, but it says that there's no verbal component.
Yes,
It's
for
like
message
silent.
specifies that only the creature can hear it. It says the target and only the target hears the message.
Nice.
So yes, that is even though it says whisper. It's a magical whisper that's only in your head. Yes.
Great.
Nice.
I'm gonna be in all y'all's heads.
We get our long rest.
Yeah, we can
You
talk
get
back.
your long rest.
Yay.
Quick question about that. We get all our hit dice back, right?
Yep. That's great.
Temp HP.
That goes away after the long rest.
I thought it was just when you got a new instance. Wait.
It is that, but also if you.
Alright. Rules. Rules is right.
Feeling awfully raw. And
Yeah, I'm feeling wrong.
Fine if we're gonna do it correctly.
Yeah. I'll accept it.
I have to roll.
Oh yes, please do.
Yeah.
Roll out. Roll out.
Something new?
No
Is it
way.
the same thing?
No way.
Is it the
Is that
same?
good or bad?
Wow.
Yes.
What did I even bother writing the other ones for?
Oh,
God. Okay.
what does it mean? Are you gonna share anything?
Maybe later.
Oh.
Maybe later.
Like not totally.
Yeah.
I was like, should we end the show now?
Yeah. No.
Look off into the distance. Prairies are as clear as can be. The woods thinning out until they get a little thicker to the east. You guys are ready and prepared.
All right. So nobody can leave any litter. So that's priority. Is everyone look around? Not a shard of, I don't know, glass is what he was most bothered by, but
I did plant my old Yickelwa in the
Get
lake
it,
over the.
and then fill in
is
the
that litter?
hole. Fill in the hole.
I think that counts as litter, yes.
Someone have an extra slot.
If you
Hold
don't,
on.
I mean, if you don't want to carry it, I
Oh,
could
yeah.
use it.
Use the Yickelwa. Yeah, there you are.
All right.
Anything else left behind?
Is this the shifter fella?
Yes.
Asking us.
He said if we littered, we're done.
Wow.
We're done.
That's honestly,
done.
that's
He
a
said
fair punishment
there's-
for litter bugs.
There's thousands of them, and they will
Oh.
descend.
Thousands?
I think yes.
That's what keeps the prairies so pretty.
Yes.
Oh, the were-rats.
Are these, I don't know, could we
What are they feasting?
claim, could we using his muzzle. Could we enlist them? Could we?
So
could
they-
we frame the others as litterers? That would we
Oh,
bring them
They
along
were.
with us?
They did.
litter,
They did.
Well,
so,
where's that
Well, where's their?
cavalry?
Yeah.
Well, I
Why are
think
they not all dead?
they were maybe a little taken aback and needed time to assemble, but now they're ready and they're looking for it.
Sure.
So
They've just got a standing rat army.
Dubious.
now they do. Now they're on their guard. So
Could we use them?
Val's like, as I'm saying that, I'm not sure.
but so everyone has
could knock 'em out.
looked at the vial. No one knows.
No, but actually, because I
I mean, you
had
guys
trouble
know
sleeping.
a few. You guys know a few alchemical people.
So just
but
develops an
nothing
addiction.
So I have instructions for how to get to the monastery. We head northeast. We're gonna get on a small path, and at a certain point, it's gonna look like we can only turn right. And to our left, there's going to be a fir tree with drooping branches, and if we pass through that fir tree, there's actually a tunnel that will take us to the monastery. So, and then it's fairly straightforward. You just stay on that route. He said that there's fire newts
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
and an eaten.
Etten?
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 There's an Etten?
I haven't eaten this morning yet.
I'll find
There's
some
an
stuff.
Etten, which is a two-headed giant.
Yeah. Yes.
And he said that it was.
Usually dumb though, so.
He said this one was very smart.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I
okay.
can,
Now, is this
so I may be able to have a reasonable
is the,
conversation with
Is the smart Etten a similar claim to the rats will cause the death of us all claim? Or do we think that...
I don't know. He was.
Is he prone to embellish?
Well, I suppose, I mean, if he's intelligent, we can communicate with him. Maybe.
Oh,
Yes, I may be
Usually
able
giant,
to.
right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
may be
He
able
might. He might. If Bellamy took over the monastery, I mean, he lives there, so he might not be happy about that.
does anyone here speak? Okay, no, here's the thing.
It's an airplane reference.
So if they're getting there ahead of time and they run into an Etten, perhaps their numbers will get thinned out, right?
I also don't think he told them the correct route. I mean, it's a...
Is this a shortcut that we're taking?
I don't know if it's a shortcut, but I think it's certainly the most direct way to get there. And I don't think... I know he didn't communicate with them.
You're right. We ain't gonna get so lucky that they get picked off by an Ettin before us. All right.
There are about 15 of them, 12 to 15. In rough shape, it looked like they'd gone through the quicksand.
From the tracks, yeah.
He said they weren't doing well, but they were,
They have weapons?
Didn't say. Didn't nothing notable. I would be shocked if they traveled unarmed. He said, though, that they smelled like the wastes, but that they did not come from the wastes.
They smell like the wastes, or they smell like waste?
Like poo?
Or just rot in general, like
death.
Yeah.
Death, I think, was the implication.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen undead.
Fat and dead,
Well, if they can all resurrect, that may be why.
Is he bringing others back from the dead, not just himself?
I don't
they're
know.
all
If he said
drinking this
we
shit.
were brought back.
Yeah, it sounds like they were brought back too.
They were definitely not
We need
like
to get a friend
us.
who can bring us back from the dead.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Does everyone have a way of making fire?
Yes.
Like flint and...
Just for fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need to make fire?
I don't know. It just occurs to me now if taking down Bellamy or... Excuse me. If it comes to it... and...
Annabelle's gonna message PC and be like, shut the fuck up.
What was that?
That's me, dumbass.
Oh.
You're suggesting we cremate them?
I'm sorry. Yes, just that if these people have a way of continuously...
Burn the bodies.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, they're
Keep it in
conveniently
mind.
there are fire newts, so
Oh, so we just put them on the newts.
does anyone speak newt?
No.
I do not speak
They are
newt.
amphibious, aren't they?
Yes.
Maybe.
Would I remember?
I don't know if the fire newts are amphibious.
You encountered fire
Swimming speed. It
methods.
swims in fire.
Would I know if fire newts have similar capability to heat metal?
Give me a history check.
That's not good.
There's an old legend.
Nope. 0.
I mean, you assume they can like produce or manipulate fire in some way. You don't know about that specifically. I mean, something you do know, regardless of that check, and just as like Mephits as well, fire newts speak Ignan, which is a primordial language. Like Aquan is a dialect. Ignan. So like you might be able to have very limited communication with someone like that. Someone who speaks another primordial language. It would be hard to. You would not fully understand them, but little pieces and things, because there's all the different elemental languages: Aquan, Ignan, Terran, and another one I can't remember.
Aaron.
Yeah, the air one. I don't know what it is.
Aaron.
Aeon or something? I can't remember what it is. But yeah.
Winden.
Winden.
Whooshing and winding.
Well, for the fire newts, ever since we fought those Mephits, I've had this arsonist oil, so that might come in handy.
Maybe.
Actually, yeah, your blade turns into fire, right?
Yes, I can put it on fire.
Well, I can make them vulnerable to fire, even if they are of fire.
Oh.
So that could be.
That's
good.
exciting.
Yeah,
I can
sorry,
also
then-
make it something that's not fire. I can make it many things.
Ooh.
Well, maybe water might be better if you have water. It might be weak. to
I'm
that.
sorry.
I don't believe that one is an option.
Oh.
I can do cold.
Oh, you gonna do water?
I don't think.
I'm sorry. I feel like we shifted. Are you talking about slaying the newts or the undead people?
No,
that
the
we're-
newts. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm less interested in that.
It sounded like we were gonna run into him, right? We're gonna fight him, maybe?
Maybe. I don't think they're at the top of our list.
Yeah.
For fighting
I'd rather
I'm just
wield
throwing
the
it.
newts.
Okay. Sorry for caring.
Yeah. If you I feel like if you hold them under the undercarriage and kind of squeeze and pull the tail in the right way, you might be able to wield it.
Undercarriage of the newts.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work. Just logistically.
I feel
I like where your head's at.
All right.
If you'd like to try it,
I feel like I have a better chance of that than talking to an ant. But
I don't know if we'll be able to avoid the fire newts by going along. I mean, I think he warned me about them before telling me about the alternate path. So maybe we avoid them, but I think the Etten is almost certainly going to be there. But again, maybe it is against Bellamy. Oh, no, I thought maybe if Bellamy took, I mean, hopefully, but if Bellamy took over, maybe it's against that. Maybe we've got a common, not that we're attacking Bellamy.
Right, we're not.
Right, not that we're attacking.
Not that that's in the cards.
Maybe he's got all sorts of creatures indebted to him, Ettins and hags alike.
I'd be surprised if the 15 of them could take on an Etten by themselves unless they had something up their sleeve.
Like a hag?
Like a hag. Right.
Shall we, as they say, boogie?
All right.
Do they? Yes?
We say that in Brunkhollow, yeah.
You say that in Brunkhollow?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. What does boogie mean?
It's one of their.
You know,
it's
get a
one of
move
their
on.
words.
Perfect.
Their words. You know what I'm talking about. Your words.
There?
What do you say?
What do you mean?
Like sneaky boots.
Illien. You're not.
I love that show.
You're not allowed. I'm afraid you're not allowed. That's not my no for the day, by the way. I'm just telling. It's just a suggestion.
All right.
Just a suggestion.
Everyone's got their stuff.
What do you mean by they?
Because what do you mean? What?
He thinks he knows what he's talking about, but he doesn't.
Oh,
I know you have a secret
can't.
language.
I got it. Okay,
Yeah.
I got
No, you can't.
it. You can't. I got
I
it.
think I saw the touring production of Sneaky Boots.
Yeah. It's really good.
All right, folks.
You guys start to make your way a little bit to the north, and the general direction that the lichen, the were-rat, sort of gestured to, implied when you were speaking with him. Keegan, yes.
Nice, good memory.
As you walk in that direction, you note that very quickly lines up with the tamped down grass of the prairie. Like it certainly seems like those directions match up, that they walked, at least started in that direction. What little evidence existed of this party that preceded you through the prairie, it quickly becomes far more obscure. The tamped down grass was very easy to spot, but as you make for those northeastern mountains, like the fringe of the faded wastes before it, the terrain turns very rocky very quickly. Where there aren't rocks, there's little scratchy shrubs that are mostly pale green and yellow in color. Not dangerous, but kind of annoying. You scrape against your pant legs and those little needles get stuck in your boots as they trickle down. There's a trail that exists solely because it's the most level ground heading up through the hills. It's not a real road or path, but it's the most logical route. It isn't to say it's flat, and in fact, sometimes you're fighting to sort of stay level on a pitched path. Feels like your ankles are sometimes almost at a 45-degree angle. Pressure on your joints amplified by the supplies that you have tucked into your knapsacks. Still, you have a hard time believing that Bellamy and whoever he might be traveling with busted out a climber's kit so quickly, so you follow the logical course where it seems that someone who's less experienced as an explorer would have been able to follow to this point. Looking up and ahead, you watch the trail kind of snake slowly back and forth several times. It reaches a point that you can no longer sort of see where it's going simply because the elevation is too high. And the way the hills envelop you, there aren't too much in the way of views. You can look back and you can see the prairies, sort of give it one final look, the pleasant sort of views above, and you kind of disappear into the hills there. As you're getting yourself further and further up into the hills, you slow your pace a bit, kind of catch your breath. You've been trekking up at a decent incline for a little while. It starts to level out ever so slightly. You're relieved to find that the ground feels a little more solid underfoot. As you were climbing, it was a lot of small pebbles that sometimes you'd feel your foot slip and you'd catch yourself, get back up. But it starts to turn from pebbles to kind of boulders. But that comes with a trade-off. Because as the winding trail has opened up, what was once sort of a suggestion of a path that you could follow becomes a little frighteningly free form. A little bit like you could kind of walk anywhere. Now, not that you didn't know this, but it's plainly obvious that few come looking for clarity that don't know how to get there, so you're sort of already at a disadvantage in that way. The sight lines have opened up a bit. You wish that when you looked off into the distance, you'd see signs of its existence, that you'd see maybe a fence, a gate, some rooftops peeking out, maybe some wooden beams that brace against the mountainside. Lamont, you in particular are no stranger to alpine dwellings, and unless they're very small, they're usually not hard to spot because they're usually sort of sticking out, jutting out from the mountainside in some way. They're rarely kind of built into the mountain itself, unless it's sort of a tunnel or a sort of dwarven enclosure. You can tell it makes the group a little nervous. It's not that people are panicking, but it would be very, very easy to go around a bend, to miss a visual cue of what direction you need to be headed. And then suddenly you're just aimlessly wandering the upweald for hours with no map, no markers for when you might have to turn back. You wonder if even the entrepreneurial halflings, Lex and Tav, made it up this far. And if so, how they were able to keep their bearings. Again, you keep thinking back to the fact that Reverend Bellamy, as far as you know, is no expert mountaineer, nor is he a particularly young man. He could, and likely does, have some assistance from whoever he's traveling with, but you're still drawn to the paths that look the most walkable, the easiest to traverse, the ones that require the least climbing, no crawling, no shuffling across precarious ledges. And I'd like everybody to give me a perception check.
As we're sort of in the spot where people are looking nervous,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Aid on TC, Val, and PP.
Alright.
Great. You may do so.
Oh, is that same?
Another 5 max HP for those. Did you guys hear that? Yeah. I think Illien as well.
I cast 8 on you.
Oh,
Extra 5 max HP.
Okay.
That's 8 hours.
God.
Perception, right, Matt?
Yep.
You didn't do it on me, did you?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just making sure I didn't miss it.
3.
That's okay. You're fine.
Natural 1.
And you hard to hit.
Dirty 20.
Natural 1.
Bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
26.
5?
6.
Val, having been given the sort of instructions a little more directly, and then having been on her watch, able to relay that a little sort of quicker, clearer, as opposed to getting kind of passed through the grapevine. You guys take the lead, and something fits the description that catches your eye. There's a little path that bends to the right, and it's pretty level. It sort of stays pretty even. It seems like it'd be pretty walkable. And this path is so tempting. Like, it looks like you could walk that way and be okay for a while, not have to climb, not have to sort of work your way across any big boulders or ledges. But as you look, sort of as that bends to the right, on the left, there's a very large fir tree, nestled snugly into a tall, kind of steep ridge that's starting up to the left. And having learned from Keegan, the fir tree catches your eye, and you're glad it did, because if there's something behind it, you can't see it. I mean, the thickness of the branches, the fir tree, similar to like a pine, all the needles, like, there's no light coming through from the other side. There's no indication that there's something on the other side. Sort of a sheer rock wall. But you see the tree.
This is it. This has got to be it.
I think so.
No. Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, let's.
Where were you, TC?
I don't know. She said, "This is it." Just the way she said it.
This is clarity. We're here.
This is the monastery.
I wasn't sure what she meant by it.
Beautiful.
Got it. Just alarmed me.
A monastery for squirrels.
Yes.
No, come on now.
All right. Well, let's give it a look then. You think it's just behind?
I think we push through,
I
yeah.
said behind there's a tunnel, and then we follow the tunnel, and that leads us to clarity. Before we go in, one of you two. I don't want this.
Is this the
Look.
necklace?
Yes,
Somebody
I
needs
don't.
time
I
to
don't.
attune to
want-
You know,
I
it's
know that's
very
why I'm saying
expensive.
I
I spent a
don't.
lot of gold.
I put it in the ground. I'm
we
not.
won't have time to attune to it.
Someone else take it.
It's literally a piece of garbage if we can't.
Yeah, you need to just hold on to it until we have time for someone else to, if you want to get rid of it.
Oh, someone can wear it for an hour.
No.
It takes.
No, you need to. You can't be doing anything but being with it.
Oh.
Put it around your neck,
Oh, I'm.
please.
That's
Whoa.
why I gave it to you, girl.
Oh.
So no one's using the very expensive
So you didn't attune to it?
magical.
No, I did.
All right.
Oh, good, great. Yes, please.
Yeah, just-
Okay.
Keep it on.
If you don't want it, we'll figure it out later. But for now, yes, you're stuck
It's
with it.
yours, yeah.
All right, then this is.
Looks great on you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll need to wait an hour before Bellamy can make an appointment with us, and then somebody can just
Exactly.
He does sound like a very busy man.
attune in the waiting room. Yes.
All right. Well, we should figure out the order we want to go in, and
Well, I'll take point. How about that?
Right behind you.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I'll go behind Doxley.
I guess I'll take up the rear.
What about me? Are you leaving me out?
Do you want to take up the rear?
Only yours.
I'll take the rear. I'll be right behind you.
All right.
All right.
You step forward, first sort of up to the fir tree there.
Hello.
You see that the branches of this tree are very tightly packed. And as you're pushing through, it's impossible not to get your bag or sort of bits of clothing sort of snagged. And it doesn't hurt or anything, but you get caught, you have to sort of pull yourself free. And you can't see anyone other than the person right in front of you, but you can hear sometimes sudden forceful, like, as someone pulls like an arm free that got caught on a branch. Little needles falling in annoying, hard to reach places, sort of down the back of your neck, your sleeves.
Just bathed.
Yeah.
Another round of perception checks.
Oh no.
Thank you.
I'll roll another 2 and then save.
All right.
19.
13.
17.
21.
14.
17.
Right? As you guys are moving through, you're following Lamont because as he's pushing the branches aside, that gives you a bit of an avenue to travel through. And as you do, it's taking you, you're not kind of going fully around the perimeter, you're sort of ducking under some of the higher branches, and it takes you kind of close to the trunk of the tree. And you guys notice as you pass by one at a time, that very near to the trunk there are loops of prayer beads hanging from the branches. And judging by their condition, they're very old, not recent. Perhaps a strange sign, but also maybe a good sign for someone seeking a long-lost monastery. But there's all these little loops, and it's mostly like wooden beads, like painted wooden beads, prayer beads of different lengths, sizes, colors, and you wouldn't have been able to see them from without sort of being in the tree. But off to your right there, loops of beads hanging on a bunch of different branches.
Are they like placed on, or are they kind of like?
It looks like there's a knot, and it looks like they were tied so that they hang. So they're tied over the branch.
Okay. So
Not meant to be removed.
like a quick hand wouldn't be able to just take it off. You'd have to stand there and like fiddle.
You could either untie. I mean, they look very brittle. Like if you grabbed it and just pulled, you probably could yank it off. They don't look like they're just like little twine strings and thin threads. They're not.
Can't help yourself.
I can't. I truly can't.
Oh no.
If damn you went behind me, didn't you? If there's a
you see.
I want to try to distract Illien in like a I just watch out for this particular and like try to. How big are these? Are these like?
How big or what?
The prayer beads, are they like bracelet size
like
or necklace size?
Yeah.
What's so wrong about me seeing you do that?
I just want to try to.
You want to be sneaky?
Yeah,
Okay. Alright, be
try.
sneaky.
Okay, give me a perception check, Illien.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cock.
A 19.
19. Even with the distraction, again, you're following each other so closely, single file, that even before you like snatch it, like he looks down and then back up, and he can see you kind of your fingers reaching for it, and you don't have to stop him, but you can see that he's reaching for one of the.
Just watch your step. And I'm gonna take one off. Yeah.
Feeling religious?
It comes free pretty easily. It snaps.
You thinking of converting, TC?
It's just fascinating to me.
More power to you.
Ancient, almost.
Take a second, if you want.
No.
Looks like no one's gonna take them.
We've got to keep going.
Okay.
TZ walks ahead, and Illien's like. You get to the opposite side, and the first couple of people through, which I think is Lamont and Doxley.
Yeah.
You get to where it seems like if you sort of viewed it from the exterior as you were looking, as you were coming in, that you would be running into a wall, running into like a sort of cliff side on the opposite side of this tree. But instead you find yourself at the mouth of a cave. Or more accurately, a tunnel, because you think you can see some light coming in from the opposite end. The tunnel has a low clearance, not so much that you have to squat or crawl, but certainly enough that you have to sort of hunch, walk your way through. And as you do, you can see that the interior walls of this tunnel are covered in carvings and writings. Much of the carvings appear to be written in Terran and Ignan, dialects of Primordial. You recognize some of the words, some of the symbols, you're able to make out some stuff, but a little confusing, not quite exactly what you're used to.
Damn it.
Give me a Illien and Doxley.
Come on, guys.
Give me history checks.
Does me being able to speak Infernal do anything? I know it's a little different than.
No, okay. That's not. Yeah.
Come on, come on.
16.
12.
As you get into this tunnel and sort of one by one come out and come through, you're gonna run your fingers along the carvings in the wall and you look around. You get the impressions that they're religious writings, prayers, perhaps, hymns, perhaps. Can't read them outright, but one of them shares enough of a common sort of signature in language that there's one that's repeated several times that's something along the lines of like holding my heart or heart in my hand. Heart in hand, holding hearts. Heart in... And TC, give me a perception check.
Oh, jeez. What's my best die? 19.
19. Also included among some of the writings and markings are letters that to you look awfully familiar to what's carved into the floor and the walls of that private room in Brunkhollow.
Whoa. Like the patterns or just like the...
Yeah, patterns. Less so like written language. Again, you didn't, I think when back when you were there, we got the impression that it wasn't like writing so much as pictures and diagrams and symbols. So this is a little bit separate than the things you guys were studying.
So not Ignan.
You don't get the impression that like the things in his place were written in Terran and Ignan, but that like some symbolism is shared here.
Does anybody recognize any of these symbols?
I mean, symbols, no, but some of the writing, not. Doc, does this? I see heart. I think at least that's heart.
Yeah, it's like heart in your hand or like holding your heart.
Something like that. Why? Why do you ask?
The cleric. Somewhere in his... He surrounded himself with symbols much like these. I don't know.
Did they seem to do something when they did it?
If it did, I wouldn't know.
I mean, it does. The very little I can glean is it is definitely something religious, so that kind of makes sense.
Would Val have any familiarity with any of this?
No, you don't speak any of the primordial languages, do you?
And I don't think so. And the symbols aren't of a kind of common.
No, that doesn't.
Something ancient?
What was this? The area he was in that had these symbols. Were you able to pass through it without getting hurt? Feeling anything?
Other than a sense of foreboding and dread, and that death could come at any second?
Yeah, other than that.
Other than that, no.
I feel that now.
So it ain't like a glyph or a ward.
At least not an active one that I saw.
But if he was cut off from his magic, then... Well, perhaps this is cut off too.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're still in the cosmos.
Divine magic, yeah.
He must have been the one that put them there too. I can't imagine that they were there before him.
The whole thing, it just has like an old world feel about it. Like, you know, just things you really don't see those languages written very much. Those are mostly like some elemental type creatures speak it, but you don't see it written very much. It's very kind of something historical about it.
Our friend, Avik.
Oh, that friend.
He spoke. Did he speak this language, primordial?
Oh, sure, he's a fire ganassi. I would think so.
Maybe
He-
some Ignan, maybe.
But he spoke of, God, it was so long ago. But he spoke of his kind trying to get back home or something. What if this was like some sort of significance of
But if,
Well, it's
Old
not just
religion.
It's not just Ignan, though.
well,
I mean, it could be maybe there's other Ganassi that belong to the other elements that are here. Maybe.
those two worlds just seem like opposing forces, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything in here that looks like a trap or could have some sort of like arcane use?
Wrap these into your guys' perception checks. Not that you can see. It's like the floor is very smooth. Like it would be easy to spot if there was like a tripwire or like a pressure plate or something. It's a very kind of smooth carved sort of tunnel through the rock, and then it's like a little domed circle, all of which there's writings, symbols all the way kind of around.
Well,
It occurs to me that the clerics and the gods took everything else away from this world, yes? Buried it all, destroyed everyone. What if they hung on to some of the...
Not only did they annihilate magic, but they stole some of it as well?
Yes, they stole it, they repurposed it, they called it their own, I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past them.
And that it's just not something that
Yeah.
anyone else knows. You know it if you're a cleric, but I'm just
We've forgotten
talking out of
more
my ass.
than we could possibly know.
Right.
Sorry, Avik was this guy, and she'll give you the... she'll give you the rundown. I'll give it to you later.
All right.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You'd estimate that the tunnel extends 80 feet or so. It's not very long. And at that point, it deposits you onto a little narrow strip with a very different feel from the rest of your mountain trek thus far. First of all, there's a drastic deviation depending on whether you're looking off to the left or off to the right. On the right, a sheer cliff rises up very quickly at almost a 90-degree angle, as close as possible that can naturally form. And to the left, the terrain drops off precipitously into a ravine that looks over 100 feet deep. Beyond the plunge, however, beyond that sort of ravine to your left, beyond that, there's a sort of big gap and then more fast-rising mountains. So you're actually kind of surrounded on all sides with a deep sort of ravine. It's a little pocket in the middle of all these peaks that wouldn't be visible to anyone unless they'd practically climbed all the way to one of the summits. Because of how it traps the sound, there's also a good deal of echoing. Anytime someone takes a foot, there's kind of a... anything above a whisper. It's this echo that draws your attention also to the bottom of the ravine where there's a very slow-moving stream. The water, the sound of echoes coming up. The path is technically wide enough for two people to walk in pairs, but the person on the left would be awfully close to the edge. So mostly you guys stick to that same kind of single file line that you were in. You shuffle along, your heart's racing a little bit, but your mind's marveling at this. Up ahead, the path curves slightly to the right, and there's other little tunnels similar to the one you just passed through. Short enough that some of them are even little archways rather than real passages. Some of them aren't even long enough to even really call a tunnel. But a few of them, there's like an opening, it'll be open above you for a little bit, and then it'll be closed. Open and closed. Each time you pass through them, more of the same symbols. You find yourself in a hollowed out area. Prayers, Tyrun, Ignan, symbols that you vaguely recognize.
Any pattern, like... I'm trying to TC's racking his brain for maybe the ones that were closer into, because they kind of swirled around and
Where
there
he was
like
lying
his,
down.
and he had like an outline. I'm trying to like think of if there was a pattern or ones that I recognize from being closer to him or anything.
Not that jumps out at you, not that means something to you.
And all of the languages that we can understand, any changes in the tone or anything, or is it all kind of that?
Mostly religious and, difficult to discern the exact wording, but...
Do we see any statements that are the same of like holding my heart or heart and hands?
Yeah, it seems, even if you walk through, like, you think you might see the exact same hymn or prayer written more than once.
Got it.
Annabel, does that river down there look familiar? You said you saw Bellamy.
No, I think where we saw him was on the Sphere, to be honest. But, no, that river looks, scary. As we're going through, I'm gonna do message to everybody, and I'm gonna start with, don't freak out. Don't freak out, don't say it. Just so everybody knows that, like, I can do this, and, like, if we need to say something quietly, and just sort of tell people, like, this works, you can respond. It only goes to me, but if we need me to relay things, this is what we can do, okay?
So we're going to part the spell, and you guys, it's a little curious, little scratch in the back of your head. You hear the message, and you find that you can kind of respond with your thoughts in a strange way.
Illien just gonna be like, do you hate it?
Got chills a little bit.
Each time you pass under one of these archways or through one of these short tunnels, you find yourself, again, sort of in this hollowed out area, but in the middle of the mountains. You hear the same river flowing all the way down at the bottom. It's like you've passed into a giant stone heart and the river is kind of the blood pumping through it. These little thin walls separating it from the outside. And then you hear something besides the water and your own footsteps. You hear a rich, hearty crackling. Like a large bonfire. Or maybe a brazier. You can't see it quite yet, but around this next corner, it sounds like something is alight. And immediately, it feels like sort of the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up. You haven't gone all the way around the corner yet, but you hear like a...
Annabelle's gonna be like, let's hold. And say, like, with message to TC, do you want to go and scout that? You can say it back.
Yes.
Okay, how about you just go, because you're the stealthiest of us. We'll wait and you can come back and tell us.
Excuse me, everyone.
Where you going?
Gonna take a quick peek. Make sure we're not coming upon anyone or anything. If you don't mind.
Great, Brown. Give me a stealth check.
He's right.
21.
That's spooky.
Peer forward a little bit. Take a couple quiet steps. Separate yourself from the group. And you find that you're right. There are lit braziers. Multiple. And they're lining the left side of the walkway, which is the one that tapers off down into the ravine. There's about 4 of them. And then they come to a stop. About 30 feet beyond the end of the next sort of overhang, the next tunnel. And they come to a stop because they're impeded by a stone wall, and not a natural one. It's man-made. Right in the center of the stone wall is a wood and iron reinforced gate. And there's a couple of statues on either side, some people that you don't recognize. Statues.
They have heads?
They do it.
Oh my god.
The monastery is not a myth, it seems. It's very real. And it's right here. What you don't realize until you take a couple more steps forward is the scope of it. It's not just the little red shingled residence that's right before you. There's a second floor. And a third floor. And there's a bridge that spans the ravine with stone supports that stretch all the way down to the bottom, where they connect to the riverbed. On the opposite side, it's even bigger. Walkways and balconies. There's 2 raised watchtowers in very good condition. It's unbelievable. An architectural marvel nestled into this place where almost no one would see it unless it was by accident. It's obvious that whoever came here did not do so alone. To build this by oneself would take decades, centuries even. Just getting the necessary supplies out here to construct a building of this size would be an astonishing feat. Go ahead and turn your monitors on for me.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Something
Something
happened here.
And give me one more perception check as you peek.
Oh!
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you look forward, because the gate is similar in design to like a small portcullis almost, it looks like it might kind of retract up into the ceiling, you're not entirely sure. There's holes between the slats. It allows you to peek inside and see that there's a couple people moving within. It's hard to make out any features other than the fact that they have very plain, very tattered clothes. You feel like you'd be able to hear because of how quiet it is and how much echo there is if they were talking to each other, but you don't hear any mutterings between them. Which makes it all the more difficult to potentially approach quietly yourself if that were your intention. Get this a little larger here. TC this was the sort of last overhang. TC creeps forward, and you're looking off. Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
Out.
Crazy.
Into clarity.
Wow. That's really crazy.
God, I'm gonna wait a few seconds to
Shit your pants.
to turtle head the poo back up.
Now it smells like waste.
Now it smells like waste. Yeah, I mean, I immediately see movement. There.
Yeah, because again, it's not like a walled off door.
Yeah.
Like it's like crisscross, so there's slats, and you can see there's movement inside there.
I'm gonna kind of freeze and like just see if I see like a few seconds if there's a pattern. If they do end up speaking.
They remain quiet, and there doesn't seem like it to be a obvious like patrol pattern. If that's what you're looking for, they're like milling about inside, but they disappear sometimes because you can only see right ahead, like where the gate is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll disappear behind a wall, and then they'll come back, they'll crisscross, like they're moving around inside there. You can't tell exactly what they're doing.
I'm gonna, after not seeming to catch much more than that, I'm gonna creep back to my friends. You guys are my friends, right?
You're gonna go all the way back to Piran?
Yeah.
You got friends in Piran?
Yes. So many. I come back. Something out of a storybook. The monastery spans the ravine. It is gigantic. And we are right on top of it. We are here. We are at a tower in front of us, another tower across the ravine, a bridge spans it. There is a door.
Just stage whisper, sorry.
Just around the corner here, there is a door, and there are some of the tattered just on the other side of it. I saw at least a few milling around. Doesn't seem like they're setting watches or patrols. They're just in there.
Okay.
Sounds like they weren't expecting us then.
No.
So, we wanted to approach friendly,
Yeah.
right? Or what are we doing?
Well, I don't think either of us is going to get what we want if we go in there causing havoc.
Do we all approach at once?
Is there a way for us to sneak a little bit and figure out their numbers better? Find a better way, or is it too difficult to see?
There's like it's like a gate, like a barred gate, and otherwise you're crawling out onto the ravine.
Otherwise, you're climbing down the wall of the ravine.
I mean, if we sneak and then get caught inside, that paints a pretty bad image on us.
It does indeed.
And the more of us there are, the harder it'll be for us to sneak around.
Yes, very much so.
You don't happen to be able to know whether your hag friend is here or not, do you?
Do I?
It doesn't quite work that way. I mean, you've sensed some things where there was like a strong thing. You don't get like an obvious thing right now, but you aren't certain that that means something.
I think she can sense me better than I can sense her.
And she hasn't made herself known to you
She
as
has
of yet.
not made herself known to me.
Fair enough. Okay, so the hag is an unknown, but I think we can rest assured that Bellamy and his gang is here.
Should we knock on the front door and ask politely to speak with the preacher?
Very foolish. I can't even say why.
Should I try to shoot them through the door?
I think that is the worst.
Right. I'm
gonna use my Illien no.
I'm trying to think of what our options are here. If we can't sneak, we don't want to attack, we gotta walk up to the door, right?
I think we just need to approach this in good faith. Yes, I think we.
Is there any world where, like, just the four of you approach and Doc and I stay back until...
Why do you get to stay back? I want to stay back.
You can stay back as well, but you seem to have you know the hag more than us. We don't have any connection with any of the people there.
They're not going to recognize any of us.
And if 4 people are immediately locked and chained somewhere, the other 2 have to get them out?
But the other
I don't know if there's any validity to us staying back. I'm just posing that as an option.
It's just that you then getting in. I mean, it's the gate, or it's braving that ravine and trying to climb around, which...
It's not like we can take this place by storm.
Seems like there's one entry.
So we just all approach.
Okay. Walk up to the front door and knock.
Annabel, how does this thing work where you're diddling in my head?
Pardon?
I can, if you need me to say something, I would try to get my attention so that I can be like, what do you need to say? And then you can respond.
Do it to Doc right now. And I'm gonna watch Annabel. Was there any could I hear her start a spell or like do a thing?
You hear nothing. I believe there's a you see like a little point of the finger.
Tiny little point.
Mm-hmm. So there is a physical component.
I suppose if you want my attention, you want to say something to me, I can start it. If you need it, give me a little point, I guess.
Okay. That's pretty sneaky.
If we were to get separated or something, like...
It works up to 120 feet or so.
Okay.
So it can be a good distance.
Full clarity, 120 feet. No, within range. You don't have to see them. You can guess at where they are if you have an idea where they are. However, 1 foot of stone, metal, or wood, or a thin sheet of lead blocks the spell.
There's a lot of that here.
1 foot.
Okay. Foot.
Yeah, it can work through some walls, but stone, a big thick stone wall might not work.
All right, just
okay.
Trying to understand how limited it will be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily need to see you to be able to communicate, but unfortunately, I do need to be the one to start it.
All right.
But yeah, if you catch my eye and you seem to be signaling with it, then I will say, hey, what do you need to say?
Can you make it like if you point to me and then to TC so I can speak with TC?
You can relay. I point to you and say, what do you need? You say something, tell TC something, and I can. Not as efficient as possible, but if you need to say it, then...
I feel like we should get back to what our approach is here. Do we ask for an audience with someone? Is that why we are here?
Suppose we ask for Bellamy.
We want an audience with Bellamy.
Yes.
Yes. Let's not mention the hag at all.
Okay.
If she's close, she can feel me, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's just talk about Bellamy. Get you guys what you need.
Yes, we'll just need to gather information once we're inside.
We're your armed guides.
Yes.
Right. That makes sense.
Just our companions to make sure we got here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't make it all by yourself.
Exactly.
It's too dangerous.
We're just
hired
travelers.
some mercenaries.
If they ask us to lay down our arms, are we willing to part with our weapons?
Nope.
And if they don't let us in, we start swinging?
No.
I think we avoid swinging unless they force our hand.
Okay.
Attack only if you are attacked.
Yes.
What I'm curious about is this shocking lack of an Etten.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out once we get there.
I don't hear any hollering, so yeah.
All right.
Shall we?
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Lead the way.
Forward, foots along the path, and sort of not trying to obscure it this time. That goes through, and you guys set your sights for the first time. TC had sort of described it, but you watch it. You see the little building at first, and don't get the full scope, and then you walk out into the light, and you watch the whole monastery revealed to the left. The bridge across, the multiple sort of landings all the way down to the river. It's obvious right away that the creatures within hear the footsteps, because the two of them come up to the edge of the... They don't open it or anything, but they come up to sort of the edge of the gate, so they're like a foot or so from it on the other side. TC, give me a perception check.
23.
You see everyone sees these two people. There's a gnomish man and a human woman. Both of them have very badly thinning hair, and their skin is quite pale, which is especially noticeable on the gnomish man because he appears to be a deep gnome. What is usually a very, very dark gray or almost indigo skin is now closer, it's like a sun-bleached blueberry, like it's quite pale compared to what you normally see on them. And TC thinks he recognizes them.
Shut.
And what recognizes most about the gnome is that there's a couple puncture wounds that are visible on his skin. But as TC's sort of just processing these thoughts, one of them steps forward, the woman. Who steps forth to clarity? And why have you come?
I'm Andre Lamont. I have business with Reverend Bellamy. I'm merely here for a conversation.
The monastery is now under the stewardship of the good Reverend Bellamy. If he does not endorse your entry, the doors are closed to you. I think you should turn around and be safe on your journey.
Please,
Are you signaling to me?
I give you some eyeballs.
She will say, "Are you signaling
As this
to
is
me?"
happening.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Sorry.
They're dead. They were dead.
Okay.
And sort of back to the other conversation.
please, I beseech you. His congregation in Old Pharaoh, they're looking for him. Come bring news of the situation there. If you could please let him know.
The good Reverend's business here is more important.
Could we have just a moment for us to take something back, then? We can be his messengers.
The good Reverend endeavors to dismiss the prior occupants of this place. Those that took up residence without the gods given authority to do so. The good Reverend seeks an audience with the two-headed giant that resides in a room that he should not reside in.
Well,
a room not meant for creatures of that kind.
Well, if he needs assistance, I may be able to lend some. I speak giant myself. I share some heritage. If you want to resolve it amicably, I may be of some use as a translator, a cultural bridge.
That creature is stubborn.
Yes.
But the good Reverend is persuasive. He will prevail. The barriers of language, obstinate as they are, cannot stop a man with his magnitude of faith. The creature will come to see this.
Perhaps the gods have sent us here, and our timing is their way of aiding him in this man who speaks giant and seeks the audience with Reverend Bellamy.
It is a rather fortuitous coincidence.
Just at the moment you have arrived in which to speak to the Seton, perhaps it is a sign from the gods. They know all things and we know nothing.
And they look to each other.
I will consult the good Reverend. You will wait. If he sees reason in such a contribution, so it will be done. If he does not, you will go.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
The woman steps away from the gate. And she disappears sort of behind the wall. However, she reappears moments later because you see her moving across the bridge. You can see her walking sort of slowly and deliberately all the way across the ravine. The gnomish man stays there and just waits.
TC, what do you mean they were dead? How do you know? You can just say it to me.
I can just say it to you, yes.
Yeah. We'll know that it's a message.
Matthew. This is the gnome that Morna and I dug up.
Who would seem?
I dug that gnome out of a fresh grave in Brunkhollow and gave him those puncture wounds for some of the deep gnome blood in my pocket.
I feel I recognize you.
TC's like, I'm sorry.
Like I saw you in a dream. Why is that?
I certainly have never been here before. Where do you hail from? I'm TC. What's your name?
I'm Hierophant 12.
Interesting name.
I had another name once, but it is of no concern.
How devout. Did you choose your own? Or was it given to you?
It was given.
More time passes. Charming. Finally, you think you see, after several minutes go by, you see the woman coming back across the bridge. Still alone. She moves quickly across the bridge, again disappears out of sight, and then reappears on the other side of the gate.
He accepts your contribution.
Excellent.
Yours and yours alone.
That's fair enough. Is there any accommodations we can give my companions while they wait, or shall they just...
They may step inside.
Thank you. Thank you for the hospitality.
Pulls at a chain to the side.
Nose to him. Sorry. I was giving him eyes, not you. Yeah.
Doxley's like sending a message to Lamont's eyes, like,
What are you doing?
You're led inside, where some candles are lit. Signs of its dereliction are pronounced. Brittle and splintered wooden furniture, ivy growing through the cracks in the walls, dust lining the floor with fresh footprints moving in all directions. Against the right side wall, a stone staircase leads both up and down, but Lamont is urged to take a left, which leads to the covered bridge that spans the width of the ravine. After leading him in that direction, the gnomish man stands sort of where the bridge opening is, where the door leads out there, and he holds up a hand and motions toward the room, which has a few scattered stools and chairs and things. Thank you.
Thank you, Hierophant 14.
12.
Along the bridge, some tall metal torches have been lit. They create a kind of processional atmosphere. That's what you're kind of walking across there.
Wow.
yeah, totally.
It's like something you'd see while climbing the steps of a church during a religious ceremony, like it's been lit sort of with purpose and in intervals. At the other end, there's a little outdoor patio. There's a closed door leading presumably into the other building that's on the opposite side. But again, you turn away from the route that you'd expect. You move down a narrow staircase that spirals 2 stories down. It has a very musty, stale smell hanging heavy in the air. It's at this point that you go through a door leading actually back outside. Your head is spinning a little bit, trying to map out the layout of this place in your head, trying to picture exactly where you came from and where you've come out now. You're much lower down now, less than 20 or 25 feet from the surface of the water, and you're led along the bank where a rocky overhang is held up by some thick stone pillars. You are down here. Come out a little staircase that was sort of there, and you're walking along this bank here, where you can see the water off to your left. You're in here. You move forward, and you come across a door. The person in front of you, the woman, pushes the door open. And inside it looks to be what is actually kind of like an intermediary chamber. It's a very small room. It has a desk and a mostly empty bookshelf behind it. It looks like the kind of room where a receptionist would check to make sure that you were expected and then allow you to proceed to meet with someone. Like it's a little sort of check-in room. There's an ornate metal door on the opposite side of the room. A door that has many more of those elemental markings that you saw passing through the tunnel, sort of beyond the fir tree, lining the walls. Seated at the desk with 2 books laid open side by side is a man in his 60s. Large ears, drooping lobes, and a sharp chin with even sharper gray stubble. His hair is slicked back with enough wax that even as his face is buried in the tomes, the strands don't even fall onto his forehead and into his eyes. He has a very thick wool coat and a battered set of brown boots that would require the services of a cobbler, perhaps very soon if they don't already. He's very calm, very composed, watches you enter. Mr. Lamont, what an unexpected and yet thoroughly welcome surprise. Wow.
Hello, Reverend.
Won't you please sit with me a spell?
Yes, absolutely.
And the woman closes the door. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Chris will not be with us next week.
Yeah, where you going, buddy?
I'm going to Gen Con. I'm working.
Gently.
Yeah, I gotta work Gen Con, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where can if people are
Yes,
attending this?
please
You want to
tell all.
The Dwarven Forge booth.
Yeah.
Stop by.
Well, ADR.
1201.
69.
1201, 1301. We're like right up at the front of the hall.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah, gonna be there, and we're also gonna have our stuff. We're gonna have like some builds. I'm doing some collaboration builds around the floor. So
Awesome.
a lot of cool stuff
Eric,
going on.
check it out.
Yeah, if you're going to
Yeah.
Gen-Con.
So Lamont will be off speaking to be the first to speak with Bellamy, while the rest of the party figures out what
we just
they're
hang out,
doing.
guys.
Yeah,
We're sitting.
Nah, we always go sweeping room to room.
Lamont's got him down there.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting big Cold Light Walker vibes.
I know.
Are you?
Yes, absolutely.
This is we're either gonna it's either everyone or no one's getting out of here. Like
It's getting friggin' spooky.
yeah.
Reached Clarity, the Forgotten Monastery.
Wow.
Built supposedly by, anyone remember?
Monks.
That religious,
One in particular.
That religious guy.
Thelonious monk.
Clarence Jasnost. As Landry Beckham mentioned that. Clarence Jasnost.
Yasnos?
It was only told to Lamont Val from.
I was like, I don't have that.
It was a while ago. It was like 8 episodes ago.
I have it. Clarence Yasnos, episode 53.
we'll get to take a peek.
osmos.
We'll get to take a peek around the monastery, nestled in the mountains here.
You said we get to take a peek. That means we
You
get
are
out of
currently
the
taking a peek.
All right, this guy, I'm the man of this guy's dreams, so I'm gonna seduce him.
Oh my god.
Slash, all of a sudden be like, it is me you are dreaming, you must do as I say. Remember me, or we can just kiss.
That's consistent with the story we're pitching we're sent by
Come back next week for the smut episode.
Where are the puncture
And
marks?
not
you
the
said?
kind you want.
I think you did it like sort of probably near the heart, so like
Oh, yeah.
it probably has like a ratty tunic so you can see like
Oh, yeah.
puncture wounds like on his
Oh
chest.
my
TC goes up close and he's like, do you remember this touch?
Or you stab him there and you're
Yeah.
like, feel familiar.
Remember when I penetrated you?
We still have Notch and Soda tonight. I know the episode ran a little long, so it won't be quite as long as Notch and Soda, but still plenty. Again, we're not doing Pyramid tonight, so we are gonna have some time to answer questions and stuff.
Nice.
So even though we ran a little over, so we're gonna take a little quick break.
We're gonna do our usual thing. I got fresh clips. You all have been doing such a good job on Twitch clipping stuff lately, so thank you. That makes my job so easy. So I'm gonna play some clips that y'all made while we go and get some bevs and some foods. Do you do the same? No, I said like that. You do the same.
Go bev up, everybody.
And we'll see you in a second.
Yeah, we'll
join the Discord.
We'll refresh the stream.
Yeah. I'll
and,
type it in the
so
chat.
we'll type it in the chat. But yeah, a quick break. You'll be able to see us, but not hear us. We'll disappear. And
Oh,
we'll come
right.
back.
Remember
Yeah,
that.
you that is one of
We
the
are on camera.
What's one of the clips?
Your little hip dance.
Oh, yeah. The little
We
belly
could
dance.
even like
You could
Inception
try
it
and
do it
dance
again.
to it while
Yeah.
it's happening.
You know when it's... We'll talk.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you in a
All right,
minute.
we'll be right back. Stick around, please. Hang out.
Bye.